Alright, here we are. Scrim Zone, LOL. You know the drill, team. This is what? Week 5? Season 5, Week 2. This is MVP versus Andromedas. We're gonna see a pretty hype matchup here, IMO. Lots to talk about in this matchup. I think it's potentially not Dave versus Valor, but these two are very good. In terms of mid lane, they have pretty expansive pools and like a lot of counters into each other, so we'll have to see how it goes. Uh, we talked extensively about Stanley as like a mid lane bot lane flex. They've played a lot of ADCs, a lot of unconventional like Mage's bot lane, so we'll have to see what they whip out. On the other side is Heroic. Now, Heroic is a newer player to the server. They are pretty good at playing like a more carry style with like lots of resources, so we'll have to see how that shakes out. And yeah, I'm just pretty excited. This is a pretty hype matchup for me. Cam has been performing on the Echo. Oh my lordy lord, look at that KDA on the Echo, man. It's just a little illegal, man. It will be Adam this time around playing their top laner. Last time it was Alana, so we'll have to see how putting in Adam will change the team a little bit. For the side of MVP, last time they played, they were playing without Valor. They were playing with Steve in the mid lane, so we'll have to see how that shakes out. I think Valor is a stronger player, at least in mid lane. Has a huge champion pool, lots to watch out for, so we'll have to see how that goes. Let me copy the draft link. And then, hold on, let me tell them they can start whenever. Hold on. Ignore what you see on your screen. This is not the craft draft link, so. Okay, cool. Anyways, back to the waiting screen. We'll have to. Cam has been playing a lot of the Hecarim. I don't know why. I don't think this champion is that strong, but I think it's fair. Like, this champion has a lot of carry potential as well, like you. A lot of tools to set up your team for success. So we'll have to see what jungle pick he might whip out this time around. I don't exactly know when draft is, but we'll have to see. I will say this will sort of. It depends on who wins, but I think this game will sort of decide a lot of power rankings in my head, at least. I think Andromeda definitely looked. Our MVP was definitely a little more hyped than Andromeda's going into the start of the season. However, I think Andromeda with their game 1 versus Rift Sharks show that they are here to game, they are here to play, they're here to compete, and they definitely pulled out a very strong performance versus them. So I'll have to see if this changes anything for who wins. I think if MVP wins, it'll be sort of like them showing that they weren't just like overhyped or anything, and if Andromeda wins, it'll be pretty exciting because I think it will shake up a lot of the power dynamics inside the league. So, waiting for Cam to return. That's crazy. Anyways, I also did order food, so I might eat a little bit between games and just let it sit in silence. So we'll have to see. We'll probably see like just talking about the general stuff that other teams might ban. Jackson has been playing a lot of like the OP junglers like Maokai. I don't know if they play Zac, Udyr, but I think we've only seen the Maokai out of them. It's like a very strong champion. Champion's still good right now as well, so I'll have to see what sort of prio Andromeda puts on it. And then there's Will. Will is a very good ADC player. I think they are good at Twitch, and I have a couple other picks just to sort of like not get ultra counter picked in draft or like banned out immediately in draft. So we'll have to see how that works out for the side of MVP. Oh, I am curious to see what sort of form Valor is in. He hasn't played in a while, or at least in scrims. I don't know if he still plays like regular league that much. I'm curious to see like what picks that he has in general, like what his meta read is. So should be an interesting watch for sure. Jackson was like a decent top laner for like most of last season, and like we'll have to see if the jungle swap helps him out at all. And I think Cam also switched to jungle somehow. So like, I guess everyone's just hopping on the jungle hype train. One of the people that I have talked to extensively about jungling and like talked about some of the more intricacies of the role. So I'm glad to see that they are able to use the knowledge that we've talked about to help carry games. I've avoided saying the word coaching, but like, that is my shtick this season. So we'll have to see how it goes. I don't imagine the Echoes getting through Hall. Let me switch to draft because they're in draft. Looks like a Silas ban coming out for from the side of Andromedas. This is a really solid ban in my opinion. It does good into the Echo. It's a very strong flex pick potentially if Jackson can play it. And so we'll have to see how that works. Hold on, someone is at the door. I'll be right back. And it is a Victor ban, followed by a Jax ban. I think these are both fine. Heroic has shown that they can carry on the Jax. Jax is also really strong right now, so I imagine it's probably not good to let it through draft. Victor is like a good flex pick for Andromeda. It's a good bot lane. It's a good flex. So, solid bans overall. Of course, the Echo ban. Cam's #1 jungler. Had like a disgusting 47 KD on that shit or something. It was gross. Glad to see that shit's getting banned out. And the final ban is the Riven ban for the side of Andromedas. Just do not want to give Heroic a lot of these high tempo carry champions. I think that's a good strategy. His top lane pool is very spooky. And we will see the first pick coming out here. A lot of options right now. I think there's a lot of stuff that's really strong. The Twitch ban taken away. Okay, this is also like a flex between mid and bot, I think. But it also denies Will the Twitch, so I like this a lot. Looks like MVP will respond with a Caitlyn pick potentially. I think this is like a really strong laning champion. And if you pick like a strong bot laner to pair with it, it could be really good. So we'll have to see what direction MVP wants to take this Caitlyn pick. Or they swapped to the Kai'Sa last second. Okay, Will is pretty good on the Kai'Sa as well. Has a lot of synergy with like the engaged style supports that Aya is known for, and I think can carry on. So I'll have to see what they go for here. Mumu is up. This is a really strong champion as well. I think their Rel is pretty good, if I remember correctly. But I don't know if Rel is like blind pickable, so I'll have to see. There's like Kai'Sa synergizes so much with like a lot of supports. It's kind of crazy. And it is the Lux. Okay, this is technically not locked to the support role. This could go mid as well. I don't think we've seen Valor play a lot of the Lux. And it looks like the Zilean first pick. And the Hacker, if they're being cringe on main. Oh my lordy lord. Make me proud, Cameron. Make me proud. Okay. There's lots to talk about here. Zilean Hecarim is like one of the best synergies in the game in my opinion. You throw the Zilean speed on top of the Hecarim and he literally just runs into the enemy team and 1v9s. It's kind of illegal with the Hecarim ulti as well. It looks like the Maokai in response this is not bad. I think it does decently into the Hecarim. You can sort of lock him down. You can dodge the fear with your W. You can like cute him out of your team. It's kind of gross. Looks like an Aatrox ban for Adam here. They're trying to limit his ability to carry, and and I think the rest of the bans are just gonna be slammed into the top lane. Looks like a GP ban for Adam as well. Camille ban for Heroic. They're just trying to limit his ability to carry the game. Let's see, what is the last pick for these, or last ban for the side of Andromedas? It looks like the Darius. I think this is fine. There's like not a whole lot left to cook with in the top lane. Not a whole lot of carries left. There could be like a Gwen pick. I don't know if they play any Gwen. Looks like it's a Kled. Okay, Kled blind. Sheesh. This is decent though. It lets you get into the team. Kai'Sa can follow up with like the ulti when the Kled hits somebody. It sort of just does well with the Maokai. Lets them get into the team without having to use ulti. So we'll have to see how it goes. And then Doesn't really synergize with the Lux, but I think it's fine. See what the response is for top lane in the Kled van or the Kled pick. Mordekaiser. Okay. Alright, and then the Mordekaiser pick. So this could be a little, like, it's a decent into Kled, I think. Uh, able to like fight with the Kled. Although the healing reduction on the Q does kind of matter in the matchup, so I don't think it's like the greatest, but it's like fine, I think. We'll have to see what the last pick is. The Galio for Zac. Okay, this is the combo that they did last time. The Galio Hecarim. You throw the Galio on top of the Hecarim as they're ulting in, and you just get the AoE knockup. Plus, you have like the Zillion ult to speed you up / keep you alive if it comes to that. So I just fucking love this draft already. Good shit from Andromeda. There's like a Twitch on the backline to just fucking shoot autos into the enemy team while they're getting chain CC'd for their fucking entire health bars. Zillion's just able to like play the peel game for Twitch or play the engage booster on the Hecarim. So, and a Yone in response. Okay, I think Yone does pretty good into Galio because you taunt him, you just keep autoing, and you want to be autoing on that champion, and then you can sort of just always be able to like 1v1 the Galio inside lane and just be able to out tempo them. I'm pretty sure. So interesting drafts all around. I do think my draft is Andromeda draft is heavily favored. This is like a very spooky comp to play versus Hecarim Galio. Mordekaiser to supplement their lack of AP damage and just to like pull someone out of the fight if they really need it. And then the Hecarim Galio can just like sweep through the entire team and just 1v9. And we are here in the lobby. Let me turn off the border. Surely not my captain inviting me to game as I am casting. I need to move to spectate. True. But I did not see this coming. So wait, is it a Lana top into heroic? They're putting a lot of back. Okay, they did this last time. I thought it'd be Adam top, but it looks like it's a Lana top instead. With the Mordekaiser pick, I guess they're saying they don't think heroic can hard slam the lane versus Lana. And I guess it's Adam bot lane on Twitch, or because Stanley's the Zillion player, so. You know what? I'm not gonna think about it too much. We'll have to see how it goes. I wonder if I type R, that they'll start. Lol, 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 lol. I'm so funny. A little quirky. Twitch support? I mean, it could be. I don't think it should be Twitch support though. I think farming Zillion's way worse than farming the Twitch. So that would be some moral. Exactly. I'm just the moral authority, baby. What can I say? And we are here into the game. Moral leaderboard, exactly. I'm always at the top, baby. I'm out here smurfing on the morality leaderboard. So true. Alright. I guess it is Adam playing Twitch, but is it Twitch support? Is it Twitch AD? Is it Zillion AD carry? or AP carry. What's going on? What's happening? Valor is on the Yone. They did kind of perform on this champion the last time they played it, so. Oh wait, is the mic okay by the way, guys? Like, you can hear me, right? And it's like it's not super echoey and stuff. It's my mic for. Okay, okay. Cool, 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 cool. Just making sure. Last time I got some complaints. Actually, yell. La 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 la. It's alright. Okay, okay. It's like the headset mic though, and not the webcam mic, right? Okay. Cool. Excellent, excellent, excellent. No peeking? Good. And we have to wait 3 minutes. I'm gonna like mute and eat real quick. Alright, I'm back. There's a lot of things to talk about in this draft, or not in this draft, in the rune setups, I think. These are pretty standard. It looks like it should be the Twitch support. So Stanley's farming? Really? Okay, that's kind of based. Cam is literally just meta slaving his hacker and runes. These are like the most standard, most boring things I've ever seen on planet Earth. Sure, man. Go for it, I guess. Yeah. Looks like there's nothing too crazy. I think exhaust on the Zillion is really good though. Just being able to exhaust like the Yone, the Kled, the Kai'Sa, who are all these like short range champions, just to like help mitigate their damage is really good. Pretty smart on his part. I can turn on the game border now because we're loading in. Let me happen level 1. No? Okay, cool. Well, let me zoom out real quick. Looks like it is the red smite for Maokai. This is pretty standard for Maokai, I think. It's just gives you a bit of poke damage on your sapling, and it's like really good. It looks like it is the Twitch support, like I said. Cam is opening with smite on the camps like I told him to. Very good, very good. Go forth, my child. Looks like Alana did take the B shield into the Kled, which is probably pretty good. Zach is trading really well with this Gallius. Or with this Yone. It's like, make sure they get no free trades. Very good. This is a really sick Gallios skin though, I will say. I do like it a lot. Guess the 2. And it misses the Q3. Kind of unfortunate. Looks like Aya is just trying to play the poke game. Still can't believe it's farming Zillion. That's crazy to me. A lot of damage coming out. Like, why not just play farming Twitch though? I am curious about that, but I think it's fine. Both junglers just opting for the boring ass 6 clear. Sure, this is like good for both of them. I think Hecarim needs like the farming and is faster clear than the Maokai, so I think this like favors Hecarim a little bit. If I was Cam, I probably would have done the Grump first, but that's like a small optimization thing so you can get faster resets. Stanley does get hit by the Q and the trade is coming out. He does have to burn the flash. Io hits the Q E and almost kills the Cillian here, but does live on a sliver of health because of like biscuits and pots and stuff. Heroic's looking for an invade on Cam here. He is 4. Gets the phase rush. Doesn't even have to burn the ghost, so I think this is fine, but Jackson is probably going to get this spot crab or top crab. Cam's looking for the loop around though. Is he gonna agree for this? He might die for this, honestly, if Maokai makes it in time. But Maokai clear is just so slow compared to Hecarim's that it doesn't really matter. And bot lane already getting a first plate with the Lux. This Lux is playing really well, just like chipping out the enemy's carry, or the enemy laner. Cam does get the crab here. Could look for a mid gank. The E coming out from the Galio, and looks like there's gonna be nothing there. Hecarim looking for the camp, but Maokai is in the river. They could look for Maokai here, but Kled has the roam. Probably not the most ideal thing. Yep. Looks like they're just going to path down for the crab fight on bot side. Bot lane did base, so it is a little risky on Camp's part. But I respect the hustle, TM. Could also look mid still. Looking for the trade onto the Maokai here. Maokai does kind of win this. Flash over the wall by the Galio. Hits the W. Oh, and the E into it. Okay. Dodges the Q from Valor. Hits the knockback. Gets ignited, but should be 2 here. Oh, but the Lux is here, and they both die. Oof. Well played from the Lux. Good roam. Looks like a Mana Crystal first base. Twitch is here as well. Could get a kill onto the Yone. Yone doesn't see it coming. Oh, but has all the damage. But Twitch just does not care. Uses the HP advantage and just whips his ass. Good shit. Andromeda does pick it back up, so it's still pretty even on the scoreboard right now, I think. So Galio is rushing for a Frozen Heart Rush. I kind of like this into the Yone. It's like really good. It does decent into the Kled and to the Kai'Sa as well, so it doesn't scale down. I think, I don't know Galio builds exactly, but there might be something with like a Demonic Embrace Jockshow build. I don't know. Like, Doesn't sound horrible to me. Any Galio players want to correct me on that, go for it. But if you need some kind of like frontline, fix the controls. No, I don't think I will. It looks like Cam does get another gank off. Stanley is getting all in, but the Twitch is able to sit here and free fire onto them. Cam is here as well. This could be a really good kill angle. Just procs the phase rush. Lux flashes, but misses the binding, so they still die. Well played from Cam. Looking to be super active on this map. Alana has 7 CS. I didn't fucking notice that. That's crazy, bro. Okay. Heroic is doing his job, though, just making sure that the top laner cannot play the game. Unfortunately, this is a low impact role, so we'll have to see how it shakes up for MVP in the long run. Looks like Valor is still trading with the Galio. Is winning these trades pretty handedly, but that is the nature of the matchup IMO. Looks like Cam is opting for the Manamune rush. It looks like this isn't super uncommon in Hecarim builds. Just so like you can get the Muramana stacked as fast as possible, get really strong. It is like a really strong one item spike on Hecarim, so. Gold is slightly favoring Andromeda right now, but I'll have to see if that continues. I don't know. Like both their solo laners are also down an exorbitant amount of CS. So, Gold is favoring MVP right now, not Andromeda. I'm stupid and blind. Oh well. Okay, does have the blasting one. Looks like a play could be coming out onto the Yone. They both chain their CC pretty well, and the ulti comes out, but they just have to put out too much damage and kill the Yone. Well played. Had to burn both ultis and sack the dragon, but oh wait, they might still look for it. Hecarim has no ulti though. Dodges the binding. Twitch is here, free hitting onto the Kaisa. They go for the finish, and they do finish the dragon, but they're gonna go 0 for 3 on this fight afterwards. And they just clean it up. Oh my lord. Andromeda pulling up with the entire squad. Sheesh! Well played to them. No ultis, but still winning out on the fight. They just know they're stronger. Twitch getting to free fire onto the Kaisa as well. Super good, so. Twitch might get punished for trying to take this ward. Flash ulti. And Ignite coming out from Valor. I don't know if this is enough. The ulti coming out from the Zillion. Just to make sure that they can't die. Overall, things swinging back in Andromeda's favor pretty handedly this time around. Galio does finish out the Frozen Heart. So I don't think the Yone can actually solo kill them any longer. Like, he just takes no damage or what? That's crazy. Looks like Cam might be looking for another Gankaruni's mid lane. They have set up the tents pretty handedly here. Baits him in with the Q3. Valor is still looking for this. Procs the phase rush onto the Hecarim. Q's out. Very well played from Valor. Cam burning the ghost. He's hungry. He's licking his plate. He's so fucking hungry. He gets the kill. Very well played. Could look for a Herald here. And it looks like the Cloud is still over here. Twitch has just AFK'd the lane, bro. Never back there again. Twitch does have Lucid. They have started the Herald, though. They really want this. I like this play. Jackson is going to skip out on his wolves and look to try to help them contest. They know the Twitch is there as well. I hope if they finish this in time, it could be really good for Andromeda. I don't know if they win the fight, though. They do get the Herald. This is really good. Helps the Hecarim continue the snowball that they have a little bit. I got the stream title. Thank you. Alright, and they do try to all in the Zillion, but they do have the ulti, flash and exhaust out, so I don't think the dive is going to finish in favor of MVP though. It looks like Hecarim's just finishing off the blue side, looking to finish up the clear. Yone is playing super aggressively, is able to put out a lot of damage on the Galio though, but Hecarim is looking for another gank. This could be doable. Galio misses the E, Valor hits the W, but the Hecarim is here with the Ghost to phase rush the ulti. And Valor does have to flash out, but I think this is fine. Cam looking to block the ulti from the Maokai. And it looks like Zach will be prevented from dying. Kled is here, but... Oh, they both get hit by the Yone ult. The Kled is here, the mount is broken, and then it's still under tower, and the shutdown does go to... Or not the shutdown, the kill does go over to the Galio. Okay, could look for a dive here onto the Hecarim. This is a little greedy from Cam to stay this long. Could look for a turn here too. Takes 2 tower shots. Wait, this is so doable. Hits the Q into the W, the heal, and the tower shot comes out. Okay! Come on! The pony ride once again. The ignite W coming out from Valor though is able to finish off the kill. Shutdown does go onto the Yone. This is not what you want to see, but I respect it anyways. TBH. Looks like he does finish the Black Cleaver. Thank you, you're not building Chainsword! Cameron, my goat! I will say though, Chainsword isn't bad on Hecarim here as like a 4th item. You're into Maokai, you're into Yone. Decent amount of healing. The Kled has also rushed the Hydra, so Lana is getting dove by this. Kled hits the Q and it just wraps for that. Stanley burns the ulti, is just trying to stay in this lane and collect as much XP as possible. Gallo is looking for a play here, potentially. Looks like a Twitch flank could also be in the works here. Hecarim's down here as well. This could be the fabled 4-man bot lane. Hecarim has no ulti, has the Ghost though. Definitely doable. Adam is on the flank here with the Twitch. Hits the W, the ulti coming out from the Galio, and it just looks like it's wraps for the MVP bot lane. The Maokai is trying to get there, but it's just not it. Well played from Andromeda here, looking to use their tempo really well. I like these setups from them. They're playing really well around their bot lane. I think the mid-jungle synergy is kind of unmatched from this team. Looks like they do get the Herald charge. Looks like Valor and Jackson are here looking for the turnaround, but I don't think they ain't cooking shit, bro. TM, so... Close the time controls, cringe. I like the time controls though, come on. Anyways, there, I'll close the time controls. Bitch. Looks like second Drake is getting started up from the side of MVP though. The Twitch does get caught out by the root, and Will is looking for the play here. Does kill the Zillion as well, but they do have the revive coming out, and it looks like Zach and the Hecarim are here to clean up the rest of MVP though. Gets the W down, but Cam is just way too strong and he's able to finish them off. And then Staley just gets popped by the Lux combo. Looks like Heroic is rotating down though. Cam's looking for this, but he just takes the out. Knows that they're getting rotated on. Oh, the ulti coming out from the Kled here. Okay, sure. Overall, a decent trade from MVP, just to like get some gold back in their pocket, keep the gold a little even. Looks like Cam might try to stay. This is a little greedy, but I respect this. They know they have no vision on it. Adam does get hit by the Lux binding. Looks like it could still be a dragon angle from the side of MVP. They know Hecarim was kind of low, had to base, and then the Kled is still here to like try to secure the dragon. Looks like Zach is trading pretty aggressively onto the Yone. Yone is just ripping him apart with all these autos and the lifesteal. Cam is here though, looking for the play. Does manage to get it off in time, and just this Hecarim is starting to snowball out of control here. 8-2 on the Hecarim. We love to see it. We'll have to see how he spends his gold. The Manamune is here. Should be a mythic complete. I know he's been on this Radiant Virtue kick. It is a good item for Hecarim. It gives you like a lot of healing, a lot of haste. Jock Show isn't horrible. I don't think Sunder is as bad as people claim it is on Hacker. This champion is like unironically decently flexible in the items you can build, but I don't blame people for just wanting to build the OP stuff. Sure. Looks like a combo coming out. The Twitch does flash. The Kaisa is here, but so is Cameron, and then the ulti coming out from the Zillion. Ulti's back in for the Kaisa. Hits two of them. Should be able to pick up two here, and then it's just a clean 2-0 from the side of Andromeda. Well played. Good usage of the Zillion ulti to make sure that their Twitch stays alive. Zach sends it for fun, I guess. We might need to check his PayPal after that one. Blast codes into the pit. Potentially dies here. Yeah, that looks like it's just wraps from them. Interesting blast cone. Can someone actually pull up the PayPal? I think I need a report on that one. And then the Yona is just here getting strong, picking up 3 here, paired up with the Lux. Good binding from Lux into the combo from the Yona. Well played. MVP definitely doing their best to stay viable in this game. Cameron does opt for the Tabbies here into their team. It's not bad here with 3 auto attack champions from the side of MVP. Looks like the Cloud is looking for the trade here. Cam's here to back up a lot of the Juke's out of the queue. Well played, but MVP's is also here. Teleport coming out from the Galio. They really want this Cloud here. Flash W. Oh, hits it just in time. Gets the E knockback. Hits the blast cone though, and the fucking Hacker is sent flying. Looks like it's just up to the Galio to finish off the Cloud, and it's not doable. The Twitch is here as well. Does manage to pick it up with the Expunge, and the Hacker is back in this fight. Procs the phase rush. Doesn't have the ulti, but is just so strong. Is able to pick up 2 with the Twitch by their side, and it's just Andromeda winning a lot of back-to-back fights, and MVP trying to clean it up a little bit. Don't know if it's doable here though. The 5-man from Andromeda is here. The Hacker ult is up as well, and so is the Zillion ulti, so it should be impossible for Cam to die here, or anyone on their team to die really. Oh, but the Zillion does not get the ulti off in time. Ultis themselves, but the Hacker is here to continue fighting. Like, look how strong he is. He's actually just untouchable to the enemy team. Looks like... And the Manamine is transformed. Gets hit by the binding, and the Kled is here. Zillion does speed him up to try to get him out. It's like chucking Qs, these nuclear Qs, man. Breaks the mount. Hecarim does knock them in, and it's like Hecarim goes godlike. Okay! Cam is gaming today, bro. Sheesh! My goodness. This Hecarim champion, a little strong, huh? Who would say this champion's weak, truly? I would never, honestly. Just look at that damage, man. He's so fucking strong. 2 damage items. Actually illegal. Breaks the mid tower with this Herald, and it's just Snowball Kingdom from Cam here. Looks like they're on the reset. Playing like MTV. Oh, true. I don't know. A lot of props to Cam here, though. I will say, I think Zach deserves a little credit as well. Is definitely playing this supportive mid style for their jungler very well. God, I wish that was me. Type beat in solo queue, but it is what it is. Just showing the synergy. Does finish the Radiant Virtue on the base. Sheesh, this Hacker is so fucking strong now. Actually should be unkillable in every fight. It looks like they are going to set up for this Chem Soul as well. Just looking for the picks. Adam has also been like quietly doing super well. Actually utilizing this Twitch support pick. Trying to like get picks. Looking for like these good flank angles. Hecarim is here though. So is the Yone, and the Kled here. We'll have to see if the Kled is able to do anything. Hecarim re-ganking in with the E. Does manage to hit 3. Still has the ulti. The Galio ult coming down into the Hecarim ulti. Picks up both of the carries from the side of MVP, and it's just clean sweep from Andromeda here. Super well played from them. Oh my lord, this Hecarim is so fucking strong right now. It's insane. Quadra kill over to the Hecarim, and it's the ace. Looks like it should be a free as fuck dragon. I'd honestly be spam picking the shit out of this Baron. You need to look for this ASAP. You are so fucking strong. You want to keep the snowball going. It looks like that is what Andromeda is doing. Super well played, knowing that they can just leave the Mordekaiser on the dragon and then straight rotate for the Baron as well. That was about the blast cone in the pit. Oh yeah, yeah, true, true. That was kind of funny. Looks like they should just be able to pick up this dragon for free, and Andromeda is looking like they're snowballing their way to a victory ASAP. Okay, I'd love to see it. Cam, you're making me want to queue up a Sakura, bro. You need to stop this. This is not legal. Looks like using the Baron should be able to pick up a lot of these free towers. There's still a bot tower on the bot side. They could also just look to like 5v5. Cam for sure can just like roll through the entire team on this Sakura. Charges up the E. Looking for the angle here. Has the ulti still as well. Ulti in. Hits the Lux with it and it's just wraps. Oh my lord, he's so ego right now. It's so attractive for real. Looking to just force them down mid with this Baron. Lana did pick up a tower bot lane, and it looks like someone is going to base to try to match the Kled split push, and it looks like it is Alana. They're just going to take this mid tower. Cam's just looking to charge the E, try to force them away from the towers. Should just be a slow, methodical push from the side of Andromeda. Looks like an ulti is coming out from the Kled though. This could be kind of dangerous. Zac does tank it up. Good on him. Hits a 4-man Everfrost. Looking for the play here. The Twitch is able to hit a lot of damage, but Valor does pick up the Twitch as well. And the Galio. Hecarim has no ulti here. It's almost up. The ulti coming down from the Zillion. The Hecarim ult is up though. If he gets it off. Hits the ulti onto the Yone. Is able to kill up 3, 2? Could kill the Kled here as well. The W is back up, and it looks like it could be a quadra kill coming out from the Hecarim once again. Oh my lord. Good ulti from the Zillion just to keep this Hecarim alive, and it's... Oh my goodness, he's just so fucking strong, man. It's crazy. It is simply a jungle difference, if I say so myself. It's okay, I retired so Cam could prosper. On God. Anyways. Looks like should just be an inhib knockdown from the side of Andromeda. It looks like Cam should buy like another full item here. This is gonna be so gross from them. The Yone build my eyes. True, actually. Wait, no. This is base though. Come on. I think Mortal or Reminder second is so good on Yone. Surely. Come on, man. What are we haters on? It looks like Alana is fighting the Yone here. I don't know if Yone wins this, to be honest. Hits the Q. Hits the E. Oh my lord! But the Maokai is here to clean it up. Unfortunate. We'll see what Hecarim's build is. Hits the ulti though. Should be a Radiant Virtue from the side of the Maokai as well. I am really curious what Cam builds as his next item. He has the world is his oyster, man. Like, also this is what happens when you don't build Chainsword first item, Cam. You see what happens? You go 21-2. Stop building Chainsword first, my brother in Christ. Come on. He builds the Death Stance instead. I like this. This is just to continue his snowball as well. Demonic or bust? True. Just well played from the side of Andromeda. Just making sure Cam gets all the resources. Super well played. I wonder if he'll continue playing this kind of style though as the season goes on. Cam is performing super well, so I don't blame them for trying out the style a little more. And it looks like they are just setting up for the dragon. Hecarim does have the ulti, no ghost, but it should still be fine. Oh, is Yone going Death Stance third instead of going IE? I need your thoughts on this build. Blake, go ahead, let me know about this build. I'm pretty sure that's a Death Stance third, by the way. So, any thoughts? Any thoughts? Baiting responses? Baiting responses. Looks like Hecarim is just going to turn onto the Chem Soul, or the Chem Dragon, just try to pick up as many of those as possible. Alright, I'm gonna message Cam though. This is what happens when you don't build Chainsword first. Or is Cam on my friends list? This. Alright, anyways, me being toxic over. Looks like Cam is just running through the enemy team, just killing everyone that he meets. It is actually insane. Looks like they're Maokai does opt for the Jaksha instead. I don't think it really matters, but I will say Adam is like secretly kind of strong as well, has snowballed really well with this Twitch pick. Looks like it should just be like a attempted closeout from the side of Andromeda. Looks like they're looking for a pick onto the Kled here though. Kled is looking for the play onto the Mordecai. The TP coming down from the Gallia and everyone else is here. And the Goon Squad is here, man. It's just, they have arrived, baby. Looks like it could be a Baron start from the side of Andromeda. This would be pretty smart. You are like super strong. I will say Stanley Zillion, as clean as ever, just looking to perma buff your Hecarim and keep them going alive, or staying alive and like going really fast. So ulti coming out from the Lux, but the smite does come out from the Hecarim and is able to secure it. I'll have to see if this is able to close out the game. Cam knowing the pet damage and letting it kill the camp kind of based. Looks like Zach is trading onto the Yone here. The Twitch is here as well, looking to try to kill, but nothing here. Yeah, it is a DD third instead of an IE finish onto the Yone. I don't think Valor ever wanted to do damage in this game. Valid, I suppose. Looks like Galio is looking to ego here a little bit, but the Twitch is able to pick it up, and they do get the tower as well. Looks like Cam is here to try and kill the Lux. Just baroning the wave a little bit as well. Nothing really to do here. Could throw the ulti for ego purposes. I would not blame him in the slightest if they went for it. They're just baroning up the creeps though, trying to end this out the normal way. Kind of boring. It is what it is. Looks like Cam does tank the, or Alana and Zach do tank the Maokai ulti for their team. This is probably the correct play, and they just keep baroning these minions, try to end the game out here. Literally not much the side of MVP can do. Double inhib coming out from the side of Andromeda. They could also just look for the hard force engage. It's like a little flippy though. They're just opting for the safe play. I like to see it. Good consistent way to close out the game. And it looks like the tower should be going down on bot side as well. They're just waiting for like the chance to throw the Hecarim ulti engage on top. But they're just playing this very standard. Baroning minions, letting them hit the tower. Honda is under the tower a little bit, gets hit by a couple Kled spells, but is still fine. Over half HP. Looks like almost every turret is down. Cam's looking here. Is into 3 people. I don't know if he can take damage though. Doesn't even have to burn the ulti yet. Just procs the Kled mounts and just keep. They're just walking back and forth in this fight. Still has the ulti. Looking for the dive here. Baits the Galio ult a little bit, but the Twitch is just able to rip them apart. But gets traded for the Lux, which is fine, I suppose. And they get the last inhib, so 3 inhibs down with the Baron buff. So the Kled ulti is coming back out. Looks like the Kaisa ulti on top, and the Hecarim ult does manage to fear up the Kaisa. But Cam is still alive here. Gets hit by the Maokai root. Is looking for the Yone here. Procs the shield bow and has to get away here, I think. Looking for the, okay. Manages to pick up the Yone here. Hits the W. Oh, but the fucking red smite from the Maokai shuts down the Hecarim. That's so based. Looks like we'll have to see what their last item is for the side of the Hecarim. Could be a chainsword. I still think it's good sometimes, But it's like, stop rushing this item, Cam. I'm begging you. This cleaver has done so much work for you. Just rush that, please. Looks like it is the Shojin last buy. Okay, I like to see it. Shojin was like a common rush on Hecarim early on in the season. Has kind of fallen out of favor for like Black Cleaver. A little more consistent as an item for Cleaver. So I do like to see it though. It's a lot of damage. You can have your W. Basically have perma uptime. It's super nice. Looks like they are just going to pick up the third Chem Dragon. Cam didn't respond to my funny DM, by the way. Kind of cringe of you, Cam. And it looks like they are just going to grab this dragon. Should be a pretty easy closeout from here, though, from the side of Andromeda's. You have 3 inhibs. You can just look for a pick into, like, closing out the game. Yeah, Yoda finished the DD and is building another chain vest. What is this other chain vest for? GA? I mean, I guess. If you want to never do damage, sure. That's fine, I suppose. Looks like an Hourglass is completed from the Galio as well. Just sort of like a off-tank build. I really like this. Mordekaiser has a very similar build as well. The Jaksho, the Sunfire, or I guess this is just a tank Mordekaiser. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I guess that's fine. Just try to like mitigate the Kled ability to snowball. It looks like Hecarim is just going to engage here. Hits the ulti onto the Kaisa. Just ripping them apart with these fatty Qs. Looks like they do dodge the W. And it's like double stun from Stanley into the EQ. Oh my lord, this Hecarim's so strong. Does manage to die though, but I think it's just wraps from here. I don't think MVP can clear out the wave at all. Alana is doing the correct play by like actually hitting the objectives. And it looks like that is game 1 to the side of Andromeda's. Okay, sheesh. A stellar performance from Cam onto the Hecarim. Adam doing pretty well on the Twitch support as well. I think it's pretty solid here. Well played to them. He finally responded. What can I say, bro? Like, simply just stop building Chainsword first. Thank you. This is what happens when you build Chainsword not first, guys. Alright, I need to do the thing. Do we have side select for either team? Alright, I need to ask Valor. Side. Smile. Then we switch to waiting. We will just ignore this. Is anyone gonna respond? Is it a BO1? There's no way it's a BO1, right? I thought we removed BO1s, question mark? That's BO3? Okay, good. I was just making sure. They wanted blue side. Okay. I like this. A little bit of adaptation from them. So it's Fast, Valor, and Pirates, Heroic Jackson, Valor, Will, and Aya. And then Andromeda, it is Adam, Cam, Dave, Stanley, and Alana. Season 5, week 2. True. Let me We're schmoovin', we're schmoovin'. Don't worry, this is not scuffed in the slightest. Dean would definitely not do this better. All I'm saying is Dean's better at setting up assets, but I'm better at talking to chat. So, who's the real W here? True. I did like your Galio gameplay, by the way. You and Cam have been teaming up super well in these drafts, so I really like the playstyle that you guys have opted into. Super solid overall. Uh, Let me know when you guys set up the draft link. I'll talk about the last draft you guys did though, since I have it pulled up right here. I think we did see a lot of the strengths that I was talking about from the side of Andromedas. I've been like, uh, I've been hyping up this style of draft for a while, like the way that Cam has been playing. Like you want to put like a lot of resources into your hack room, and I think that the way that they paired up with the Zillion and the Galio was super good. Just making sure that you can hard smash the bot lane. Like they're kind of formatting bot lane perma, and it's like kind of working out for them because you have like the Zillion, you have like the Galio, you have like these tools that can stay on top of everything. So just a really solid drafting from the side of Andromedas. I am curious to see if the hacker will make it through again for like a third game or like the fourth game in a row. Or like the third game in a row. It's the third game that this thing has been played. Cam has shown a lot of mastery on it. I'm still convinced this champion is not the strongest jungler right now, but it's Cam is proving that it is like a very strong pick for him. So uh, there are haters, there are doubters in the chat that saying Hecarim is broken as fuck. You literally can just slam a Silas into it, and the matchup is literally not playable. But sure, I believe you. I guess it's very good in Scrim Zone. Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like, I think you guys are setting up the Hecarim pick for a lot of success. Not the Hecarim pick is super good. People just build Shojin first. Yeah, I don't think Shojin first is even that bad though. Is the thing. It's like Cleaver is obviously better, but it's like I don't think the delta for error is that big. So yeah, Cam set up the draft. Slave. Go do the draft. Admin, come on. Joke, TM. Anyways. I would never self-report. Hello? Question mark? Anyways. TY for feedback? Yeah. You guys are doing insanely well at setting up the hack room, so I'd like to see continue with you guys continuing that. Adaptations for MVP. I don't know if the Yone pick was super hot. Also, I don't think the build that you went for on the Yone was all that in the bag of potato chips, if you know what I mean. Mortal Reminder is not a good second item on Yone, I'll say that much. That's all I got for that one, but sure. It is what it is. I think the DD was fine overall. Professional draft analysis, get me in. Sure. I don't have the permission to drag you though, I think. Do you not have the caster roll? Someone give this man the caster roll. Cam. Give Blake caster. Well, I like how we both being different admins for this. We get MVP for sure. I honestly, I want to give it to you a little bit, but I think it has to go to Cam just because, like, he's making all these plays as well. I think it's definitely more of a team effort, though. Yeah, I literally can't drag him. Someone just, like, put him in here. It's because Cam literally takes every kill. Yeah, no, I get that. It's just favoritism. It's not favoritism. Hold on. You cannot sit here and deny Cam is not like running free through every person known to men. So, hello.
One second. Okay.
Hold on. Let me pull up the last draft.
So I have a question. People just like not look at other people's match histories before like doing this?
I guess not.
Because it's been Hecarim and Echo. Echo usually gets banned against Cam. I don't know why it was left open at all. Hecarim, Echo, and then just Zach on a supportive mid, either being like Galio or Seraphine. Do people not like expect this is gonna happen? Do people not like say like, we see this? Do we not put two and two together?
I mean, that's what I've been arguing for. I mean, I think the side of MVP has given a lot of what Andromeda wants to them, and I guess it's sort of like the ego check, right? Like we think we can beat you on your comfort picks, I guess, which is like fair.
It's not even we can beat you on comfort picks. It's we can beat you clueless when you're running Hecarim Zillion. Like you see Stanley and then you see Zach, who's been running support champions. You see these two like super supportive players, and then you're just like, yeah, we're gonna give Cam this hyper mobile, hyper fucking scaling, 300 quintillion damage Q in the team fight, Hecarim.
Oh
And
wait,
we
I don't
know
think this
Alana's just
hacker
gonna
pick
play.
is strong though. It's literally just
Yeah.
they're setting it up super well, right?
Yes, but also why when they have so many tools that they can present to set it up, I don't know. I don't know what Adam plays support or if Adam's even gonna play support again. But like when you have so many options to set up the hack room with, Shurelya's enchanters, juggler enchanters, the Galio to follow up dive, lockdown, all that, like why are we even attempting to let this through?
Yeah, I think it's more like they weren't sure. I guess they wanted to hedge against like a Cassidon pick. I don't know why the Cassidon ban was on the table. The champion is strong, but it's like I don't think anyone from the side of Andromeda has played it recently.
Uh,
No.
so Zach has actually picked up Cassidy. He messaged
Oh,
me last night. He was in like a Gnomes game playing Cass, and he was like, "Hey, what do I do?"
okay, okay,
And I,
okay.
I gave him I gave him the secret sauce. I told him what to do.
Okay, okay. If that's the case, then I think that's fine. I don't know if Stanley's Victor. Okay, I have such mixed opinions on Stanley's Victor because I think his Zillion is just as good, but it also synergizes better with like what Andromeda has been trying to do recently,
Hmm.
right?
Yes.
So I think arguably you could have like dropped the Victor ban for the Zillion, but it's like
Ooh.
it's not exactly like like drafting isn't like an exact science and like how you want to counterpick the opponent, right? And I think Andromeda have just been doing really well, and MVP for their part has done like a decent job. Like Maokai is a good pick into the Hecarim because you can like heal. It can like offer the same amount of disruption on like a tank, and like Jackson isn't playing to carry his team, right?
Mhm.
And like Kaisa does have decent synergy with the Maokai. You can go in on like the ultis and stuff. I don't know how it is into Twitch, but that's like an ADC matchup thing. I just don't know about this Lux pick. I think the Lux pick is probably like the most suspect part of this draft, but
I think in like when you see Twitch support, I think it's okay to go Lux. But my main gripe with this is
okay.
Cassidy's broken. Yes,
Yes.
Cassidy. People have the assumption that Cassidy just automatically loses into every AD matchup. He doesn't. He wins like a good few of them. Like don't pick Yasuo into Cassidy unless you want him to like just do whatever he wants the entire game.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna pick Yone, which Yone has a fantastic matchup into Cassidy because it's harder
Yeah.
for Cassidy to stack armor into Yone because of the
Uh-huh.
mixed damage, true damage, all that
Yeah.
when you're gonna pick such a fantastic like counter pick into him, and you also have the AP in the Lux and the Maokai, why would you ban the Cassidon instead of banning that supportive mid that's gonna have map prio, gonna be able to
Yeah.
walk with this Hecarim and all that? I feel like that's such a complete blunder. Speaking of blunders, I see Kled and Mordekaiser in the game.
Okay. I do think Alana is just known as a Mordekaiser player, and like the matchup is like
Yeah,
fine for like the Mordekaiser. It's like
yeah.
she
I,
clearly
I
got a little gapped in the top lane, but it's like they're playing to weak side her, so I think it's like fine,
yeah,
right?
I think that's fine. But also, you could be way exciting a Malphite or an Ornn.
Yeah, do you think that they could have picked top a little earlier after they showed like their red side or blue side first three?
Um, Red side on MVP
Or
or
red side
sorry,
on,
top
like
lane on
okay,
MVP or
so you know what the Andromeda has picked on blue side, like you see the three picks. Do you think you just slam
yeah.
a top lane pick here that like is strong into like the predicted Mordekaiser pick? Or
So I think the issue already is
Mhm.
it's very awkward to slot in a top laner into that given comp
yeah.
because it's hard to deal with like hard to have like a universal answer that does like well in all three.
Yeah. Okay,
You
okay.
see the
That makes
hack room,
sense.
so you automatically think, okay, I want to peel somebody. I want to go peel mighty carry.
Mhm.
But you already have Kaisa, and you already have two squishy champions at the back line, so you're like, okay, I want to dive. But it's Zillion.
Yeah.
Am I really going to be diving Zillion? If I as a tank go to dive the Zillion and go to dive the Twitch,
You
is
should.
my
It's kind of
Kaisa
mixed.
not going to get ran over at 400 kilometers per hour by the Hecarim?
Yeah.
You know?
I think the Maokai pick was good though. Like it does decent into like the champions they've shown. You can like long range engage with your ulti onto like the Zillion and stuff without
Yeah.
putting yourself in risk, and you can provide like the peel into the hack room, right? Like when he
Hmm.
goes for the
Hmm.
dive. So I think like this was like a fine-ish draft. I think I don't know. I think the last two picks for the red side was where it kind of fell apart for them. If you disagree, let me know. But
It's a lot of anti synergy. Yeah. If
yeah.
I was in that game,
Mhm.
I would have last picked Alawi. You see Mordekaiser and you see Hecarim. Listen, I know, I shit talk the character constantly. She's bad, but you can just kind of pick her into
Uh huh.
Ooga Booga melee comps.
Yeah.
You slam a Divine,
Yeah.
you slam a Black Cleaver, you slam a fucking Ravenous Hydra, and I guess AP Twitch hurts you. Zillion you can't touch at all, but then you have a Yone,
Uh huh.
preferably.
That can
Um,
sort of like access the backline, right?
yeah, a Yone and a Maokai and a Kai'Sa that can all access the backline.
Yeah. Do you think like there's an option for like a Lilia pick here, topside? Oh, they're into draft. Okay, we'll switch to the current
Oh,
draft.
okay,
Give me one
hold on.
sec. Uh,
Hold on. I need to grab the spectator link. Okay, Hecarim's automatically gone.
that's fair.
Thank the
Okay,
Lord.
I
And
think it is a
Galio as
little
well.
overkill to ban the Galio as well, but sure, I guess.
Well, considering that there's still like an Echo pick on the table, I think it's okay to ban the Galio.
I think the double AP is a little anti-synergistic, but that's fair, I suppose. It
Yeah,
looks
but
like
it's Galio, and considering that Zach's been going a more tanky build, I think it's okay because they're not going
yeah,
to stack MR
yeah, yeah.
too hard.
I'd agree. And it looks like the Echo is still off the table.
Yeah,
I think I would have
Jackson.
Yeah, yeah.
You go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I think if you flip the Echo, you can maybe like take the Galio ban off, but I think it's fine here. It looks like they do offer a Twitch ban since they are on red side. They just don't want to give Will
Definitely.
his Twitch, which is fair.
Yeah, I think it's definitely very good. Plus, he can also go the AP variant, which
A
is really strong.
Sejuani blind, huh?
Ooh,
Okay.
ooh. Wow, I
This
wonder if we're gonna pick one of 55 things that counter Sejuani Blind.
Yeah, they did ban
We
away the Silas, so it's not there. There's not that, but there's like a lot of matchups that you can just take the
oh,
Sejuani blind into,
okay,
I guess.
that's bold from
The
Andromeda.
Cassidy blind into
Acid and
the Zillion.
Blind. To be
Okay.
fair, this is Zach in mid lane. Zach, who's like most played champion, is Katarina, and I
Yeah.
don't know how much you know about Kassadin matchups. Katarina is like Kassadin's best matchup. She cannot do anything into Kassadin.
Well, it's no, Andromeda is the one that picked the Cassidy blind, so.
Yeah, and Zach is not on Andromeda.
No,
Oh
Zach
my god,
is
he is
question
on
mark.
Andromeda.
Huh?
Okay, whatever. Pantheon most likely into the Kassadin. Really, really bad matchup. That's one of the 80 champions that does kind of sister fist him. Although
Yeah.
I'm not sure how good it is into a Zillion pick. I don't know exactly
Uh,
what the comparison between like Zillion E range and Zillion or Pantheon W range is, but
I think it's fine here, especially because you're pairing it with like I said, Sejuani, right? You can get the stun off on the Pantheon, and then if you get the empowered stun, you also instantly proc like the Sejuani stun. So I think it's
ooh,
decent.
yeah.
And then a Jinx on top for like long range. I think this is fine so far from the side of MVP. You have like a long range carry with like a lot of peel potential for like the Cassidon play.
Yeah, I think the
So
Pantheon is good considering that fact, and plus you have the
yeah,
Sejuani ulti to basically set yourself up.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. You can
either
play
your
like the long
enemy,
range. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
enemy has to run cleanse, or you're gonna get Pantheon comboed immediately after like
Yep,
a
yep.
Sejuani ulti.
Okay, okay. We're on the same page at least. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
This should be like a dive jungler IMO. Lots of options into like the Sejuani. The
The
Wukong!
monkey. There
Okay!
you go. Monkey with the Zillion.
This is really good. Being able to hit the double knock up onto the Jinx. I think you have like really easy options as well. Like you can just combo the two frontliners that are jumping on top of you, and then they'll probably
Yeah.
die to the Cassidon. You can try to like look for flank engages onto the Jinx, and it looks like they're continuing to pinch out Heroic's champion pool. Another Riven band coming out. I don't know all of Heroic's champions, but I think they're really good on the Jax and the Riven, so these are pretty solid bands.
Yeah.
Riven does have really good synergy with the Sejuani as well, so I like this band a lot.
Mhm. I think though, considering the Wukong is like their only like real form of consistent engage right now, I
Hmm.
feel like I'd be looking to target like more of a support pool. Like Lulu's still on the table,
Yep. Okay. I like
Soraka
that.
is still on the table, and that can just kind of like shut down a lot of the Wukong's potential in these
Yeah,
team
yeah,
fights.
yeah. I would agree. Like a lot of these like peel engage or peel enchanters are going to be really strong here into like the Kassadin and into the Wukong. If you can like play these fights correctly, you can like outspace the Kassadin in theory. Like if you throw a Lulu polymorph on
Mhm.
him, he should be dying immediately to the Kassadin Sejuani or the Pantheon Sejuani. So, and they do hear
Yeah.
us from beyond the grave, and they do take out
Yeah,
the Raka. I
no
do like this a
Soraka,
lot.
and also the Mordekaiser are taken away from Alana.
Yeah, this is really good.
I will bite my tongue.
Looks like a Zaya ban as well. We'll have to see
I
what.
think
I don't know why they banned. I think that you just take the person like the 50-50 that Stanley is on the Zillion and just ban out. Oh, Oh, it's the fucking Nami. Okay, I think they have flexed Alana into the bot lane, and it is a Zillion Nami
Okay.
bot lane. Thoughts?
Then who's top? Adam?
Adam, yeah.
Adam plays a lot of tanks,
Adam plays
right?
everything, I think, from what I've
Adam
seen.
plays
They've played like
everything?
the Aatrox, they've played like the tanks, they played GP, they've played like literally everything, so we'll have to see what they whip out here.
Honestly, if they pick, Karthus, that's in support, I presume, right?
It could be a Pantheon support, and then Karthus
Karthus
mid?
mid.
Maybe?
That could work. Although I don't know how good Pantheon's support is going to be into Nami Zillion. That just sounds like a not a fun time.
Yeah, it could
They
be
have
the
a lot
Karthus
range
support
and they
as
have a lot
well.
of peel.
Yeah. Could be a Sedge support. Karthus jungle? Uh,
Camille blind when Darius is
Shen's
open,
open, like.
Shen's
This
open.
is a little suspect, but it does pair decently with the Sejuani. You can get like the hook shot into like the E stun and then get autos off for the Sejuani as well. So
I
it's not
definitely
the worst.
Yeah, I definitely do like the MVP like draft so far. They have a lot of setup and a
Uh-huh.
lot of just burst damage. Obviously, if you have like, Zillion ulti is kind
Gragas!
of
Okay.
ooh. All
This
right, hold
isn't
on.
bad.
So it's just kind of like who kills who first, you know?
Yeah.
Like if they can chop down the Kassadin um early enough into the fight, and then it's just over. Using a Karthus ulti, Camille Q,
Yeah.
Sejuani ulti, just bust them down. But I don't know. They have like a Gragas on top of him, Nami for peel, Wukong ulti can peel, Zillion has ulti. I feel like it's really, really, really hard to kill the Kassadin. And even if it
Yeah.
is like an AP Gragas, I feel like their damage is just very lacking.
Yeah, you're relying on this Wukong to go big, no? Like, you have to get, like,
Yeah.
super strong on this Wukong. Which I guess is fine because Cam has been performing, but it's like, this is your sole AD threat, and Wukong is, like, he does have a lot of AD damage, but it's, like, a little suspect to put
Yeah.
your
And they
all
have
your
so
eggs
many
into the Wukong
carries.
basket, you know?
Yeah, they have so many carries to just deal out damage, and they have
Yeah.
like a lot of independence in their fights in a
Mhm.
sense, where Camille can just kind of like go in and ulti a
Yeah.
target. Obviously into the Zillion, it's not going to be
Mhm.
that much fun. Pantheon can obviously like ult into a fight, but you also have like a ton of peel that you're dealing with. Pantheon obviously provides like a little bit of peel with the
Yeah.
W. Camille can use Hextech Ultimatum to basically just keep the Wukong off the Jinx, and
Yeah.
then Sejuani goes without saying.
Yeah, and it's like trying to get on top of people with the Wukong is gonna be really hard when you have like the Karthus able to hit you out of stealth with like the E and stuff. It's like
Hmm.
getting these flank angles is not gonna be the easiest thing on the Wukong. So I think a lot of the onus to like perform is on Cam here, but they did perform super hard in the last game. So
Yeah, I think if Cam early game goes well and if he can
yeah,
get items quick enough, I think it'll be like kind of a done deal.
yeah,
But if that's like a Wukong with just like a Divine and like a
it's
Death
just
Dance
doomed.
hopping in there,
Yeah.
it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I do think draft does favor MVP a little bit here. Uh,
I don't. It's
I
it's difficult to say because like
I
they're
think
both very good
it's
at
close.
preventing
It's
the
close
other.
for sure. But
Yeah.
like I just can't put any faith into a team with like no consistent AD damage, I think. And like you
Yeah.
have a lot of hard AP champions as well. Like Force of Nature goes really big on the side of MVP. The Sejuani, if they can get like any sort of like MR item, is just like going to roll through the entire team unless the Wukong has like 10 kills, right?
Yeah, it's just gonna be Maw Force of Nature on both sides. Pantheon
Yep.
itemizes the Maw really well because
Yep.
the Omnivamp can proc off of his W.
Does it still have
Or not the
Omnivamp?
Omnivamp, Lifesteal. Lifesteal.
Yeah.
Can proc off the W because it's auto
Yeah,
attacks,
yeah.
and then Camille, obviously the Q is Lifesteal.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Do you want to stay for like the rest of the cast, or did you want to just
I
hop in for draft?
would, but sorry, I have to go have sex with hot men.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
All
it
right,
was good having
bye-bye.
you on for
Bye.
the draft. You provided a lot of insight. Thank you very much for coming in.
Yes, I'm a genius. Yeah, yeah,
True,
yeah.
true,
By
true.
the way, not Buster Sweep. We're going 8-0.
Yeah,
Bye
yeah,
bye.
yeah. Just never let your team. Don't draft for your team, please. Thank you. Your team's draft have been
Okay.
so good. Just don't help. Don't help.
It's me. It's me. They
Let them
keep
cook.
lying.
Blake,
All
let
right,
them cook.
I won't make this about me. I won't make this
All
about me.
right,
Good
all
luck
right.
to both teams. Have fun
Yeah,
on
agreed,
cast. Bye
agreed.
bye.
All right. And we're back to our regularly scheduled programming. Thank you to Blake. A lot of good draft insight from him, even though I clowned him for fucking over his team's draft. He is really good at knowing these like little more niche interactions in drafts. So, and we wait for the game to start. Who are we waiting on exactly? Oh, they're both ready, I guess. Oh no. Oh, we're in. Let's go. Okay. So it is the Karthus support and the Pantheon top or your jungle or mid. Sorry, English is hard. This is a really good matchup for the side of Pantheon, as Blake was talking about. Uh, Pantheon can just click W on the Kassadin and the trade is lost. Uh, Looks like it is a Gragas into the Camille. I think it is a Lana support. I didn't double check that, but I have told Cam if he rushes Chainsword on Wukong, I will go to his house and personally do unspeakable things to him. TM. TOS. TOS. Simply put, if he builds Chainsword, I will mauled. But I will say this should be a really fun game to see. I'm surprised we're seeing another Karthus support pick. We saw it from Metabusters, which is like not super surprising for them, but I am surprised that people are viewing it as a legitimate pick. We'll have to see how it performs. I'm gonna mute for a little bit while we wait for casting delay TM. Alright, we're back. Before we get into game, we can talk a little bit about the rune setups. Camille is opting for the Ignite, looking for like these more aggressive trades. This champion can kind of get away playing without flash. Looks like it's Alana and Stanley in the bot lane. It is the Nami support, like I was talking about. Valor opting for the PTA and Ignite setup just to make sure that the Kassadin cannot play the game. Kassadin opting for the Conqueror setup over the Fleet footwork. I'm pretty sure into like more aggressive matchups, Kassadins typically want to take the Fleet. That's more of a Blake area of expertise though, and not mine. Jinx just opting for like the lethal tempo sorcery setup, just looking to play for like scaling and stuff. Karthus is opting for the Dark Harvest instead of the First Strike. I think First Strike is more common on support Karthus because you want to, what is it? Farm gold. Like you're playing on like welfare, so like you want like the extra gold that First Strike can offer. But I understand the Dark Harvest, it scales a lot better. So let's skip ahead here. No level 1 shenanigans. Let me turn everything on. Looks like both junglers are opting for the green pet. Cam has opted for no potion, which is pretty fair. It looks like both junglers are looking to clear up. Honestly, if I was a Sejuani, I'd look to level 3 gank mid. Like, your Pantheon should be able to like easy set you up for ganks with the E and the W combo, so it looks like Karthus is just looking for the Q farm onto the Nami. Or the Q poke. Both junglers are just doing standard clears here, nothing too crazy. But yeah, if I was on the side of MVP, I just look to hard slam the mid 2v2. You should win this every time. You have a Pantheon, they have a Kassadin, it should be pretty easy wraps. Like Pantheon is just chilling with this Kassadin under tower, so have to see how that shakes out for them. Cam's opting for like a 6 clear style for the Wukong, which is like fine. Both top laners are sort of just trading grass procs back and forth. It looks like Valor is looking for a trade here maybe, but we path away from it. And it looks like Heroic is just using this shield to trade efficiently with the Gragas here, and I think Cam does have, or not Cam, Zach does have like the D shield like second wind setup, so they can't get poked down by these Pantheon spears. We like to see it. Wukong does opt for the 6 clear as well. I think his 6 clear is a little faster than the Sejuani's, so I also don't like this that the Sejuani opted for the full clear. I would have preferred like a 3 gank from Sejuani, just so you can start full spam ganking. Looks like Cam is looking for this fight onto Jackson. Hits the Q. The Gragas is here. Both sides get stunned up, but it looks like Jackson does go down to the Wukong, and the Camille is looking to get out here. This is what I mean though, like I don't know why you're playing for the Camille when the Pantheon is literally right there. Like let the Pantheon or let the Kassadin push up a little bit and then just hard slam ganks into the Kassadin over and over again. The Gragas is actually pretty strong like early game, so like it's hard to beat the Wukong Gragas 2v2. Looks like Camille does get the dive off with the Pantheon into the Kassadin that we don't get to see. I can go back and look at that actually. I'm kind of curious what happened here. It looks like Camille does have the setup here. The stun does come out, and they just get the easy double combo into the kill there. Well played. And we'll just fast forward back a little bit. Just good stuff from the side of MVP. This is what I was talking about though. You want to play into this Kassadin. You have to sit there and shut him down religiously. Looks like they opt for the cloth armor and the tier here. Wukong is looking for a play into the bot side. Might be able to get it. Oh, but Will cancels his back. The speed coming out. Wukong does W in, but the flash is burned. Stanley hits the double stun. Does it kill? The Zillion does die, but they don't die for it. And it looks like the CC chain setup from top side, and they should just be able to kill the Gragas here. Well played from the Sejuani here, though, just to shut down the Gragas as well. Good stuff. Like this is the power of having like melee solo laners with like these with a Sejuani. Like your gank setups are so fucking easy on the side of Sejuani. Like you just Q in, you hit your W and then like hit the stun. The chain CC comes out. I don't know what's happening here. Wukong is here as well. Flash E just kills out the Sejuani here, and it looks like Valor might get picked up as well. No? Okay. Karthus is here though. The Wukong is looking. Stun coming out from the Zillion. Oh, but the Wukong is getting low. The Ignite comes down and it is picked up by the Karthus. Well played. A lot of action happening in this early game. I will say I think action favors a little bit of MVP a little more. You want these early plays so you can attempt to start snowballing. I don't think it's like been perfect for them. And it looks like, oh my gosh, Valor jumps in to his death. Sheesh. I don't know why you're jumping in like that when 3 people are there. 2 assists onto the Kassadin. Looks like Jackson is kind of getting diffed right now. No cap. Kassadin does opt for the Warden's Veil first, as you should, versus the Pantheon. Jinx is sort of being left on this island as usual, but so far the Wukong pick has been kind of working out for the side of Andromeda. The Cam has been able to get a lot done. Even though the Sejuani has been like trying to match the tempo, it's definitely been favoring Andromeda a little bit. And Valor does miss the E, so they kind of lose out on this trade. And looks like Zach is trading way better into the Pantheon now, so it is kind of hard here. Looks like they might go for it here. Oh, that's just into the tower though. The Ignite comes out and Valor gets the 1-for-0. Well played. Good play to bait out the Rift Walk into the tower. They're looking for this Wukong though. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention, Wukong should actually be like kind of good though into their team because of how his passive works into armor stacking. Like, it's kind of hard to play an all AD comp into Wukong because you get so much free armor. Zach says, "Oh my lord, I'm shit." Happens to the best of us, King. Don't worry. Looks like Isla is looking for these aggressive trades onto the Karthus or onto the Nami as well as the Karthus. Your Qs are starting to hurt a little bit, so looks like Cam is just opting for this 1v1 in the river. It does have the ulti, the Cyclone, so if they wanted to look for this fight, they definitely can. Wukong is pretty strong. Oh my lord, Stanley with the double bomb, able to solo kill out the Jinx with the Nami on top, so I mean, this is honestly what I was expecting though, like more of like the Adam topside counter pick if Mordekaiser gets banned out and then they just swap Alana support. I think this was like really practiced from the side of Andromeda, so I like to see this being utilized. Valor is looking for these trades again. Does win it out this time. Just able to dodge out the Rift Walk super well. Looks like it could be a Dragon start from the side of MVP. Doesn't look like Jackson's gonna opt to start it here. Stanley's just playing super aggressively with the Zillion and the Nami. The ulti coming out. It does dodge out the ulti, but does have to burn the heal. Sejuani is here as well. Hits the ulti onto the Nami, and it just wraps for the Nami. Looks like Wukong is here to try to pick it up as well. Will does get the kill back. Cam does burn out the Cyclone, but Jinx is going big here. The Kassadin is here as well. If the Jinx can play this range correctly, the Sejuani is able to buy a lot of space for the Jinx, and it looks like the lethal tempo proc is just like full sending it. And it looks like the Pantheon ult's coming down as well. A little short Valor, but it could still look for the dive here. Has the W. Flash is in. Don't know what that was about, but they do manage to pick up the kill. Onto the side of MVP, and MVP looking to take this game away, or put this game back in odds with the Andromeda team. I don't know. It's a weird game so far. Stanley is solo killing the Jinx somehow, but the Jinx is also like playing these team fights super well, so well played from both sides. Cam might play me a little bit because I've been telling him Wukong is good, and he might call me a lying gaslighter. I think this champion is actually pretty good. It looks like an ulti coming out from the Camille. Does manage to get out Wukong flash, and then both flashes are burned, and just to secure the kill onto the Camille. Rift Herald is up, so you could look for this as well. I don't know if they saw Sejuani path top bot side, but it looks like they're just gonna trade Herald for Dragon. I hope. If Kev doesn't take it, it's fine. But you do want this Herald on the side of Andromeda, just so you can start snowballing. Oh, it doesn't look like he knows that they started the Dragon. Looks like he's gonna try to back Zach here on the play. Looks like they should go down here. Good 2v2 from the side, or 2v1 from the side of Andromeda. Looks like Camp is pinging the Herald now. They did take out the Pantheon. Gragas is looking to come back to lane, so you should be able to get prio from that. The ulti coming out from the Sejuani here, the Radiant Virtue coming out. And it looks like the Kassadin should get away. Jinx is on the Kraken Slayer though, so ulti Rift walks in. Sejuani still is not a weak champion though. Like, you can definitely look for this fight. Kassadin is just able to get away though. Cam is soloing the Rift Herald out here. I guess Zach is keeping him distracted from checking the Rift Herald. Looks like Wukong should be able to pick it up here. Oh wait, yep, he got it. And it looks like the fight is breaking out, the 3v3. The Pantheon is coming though, so this might be a little dicey. They do pick up the Herald and they're looking to just turn tail and run. And it looks like despite the Stanley does have the lost chapter, but Jinx is on the Kraken Slayer, so they should just win most of these trades. Pantheon opting for the Eclipse into the into the Kassadin here. I'm surprised there's no Bork setup. You kind of know that the the Kassadin is gonna go like this armor setup, so maybe like the HP damage from Bork is better. I don't know. I'm not a numbers guy. Math is for nerds, but I think it's like a good idea anyways. And then, but the Eclipse is also fine. It gives you like the lethality into like these squishier champions in the Nami and the Zillion, so we'll have to see how that shakes out. But yeah, Andromeda should just look to play for fights with the Wukong ulti. These team fights. W is burned. Looks like they're gonna look for aggressive trade here. Wukong W's in, but isn't able to close the distance onto the Pantheon. Your Kassadin's also super low. Looks like the Sejuani is here. There could be a 3v or 2v2 here. The ulti coming out. The W, oh my god, and Cam is just getting chain CC'd. And the Pantheon is able to kill out the Wukong here. But the Jinx is also winning on the bot side as well. They're winning this 2v2 really well. Aya and Will are playing super well in this bot lane, so love to see it. Looks like Gragas did opt for like a Aegis Rush, which is really good in there to their team IMO. You see that there's like 5 AD or 4 AD plus a Karthus, so I think the armor is fine. Just goes to show that the Karthus pick was actually kind of good because you want to be like the solo AP champion as the Karthus. So. Whew. It looks like Gragas should be able to get a plating here, yeah? Yeah. Camille might look for the all-in here, though. Ulti coming out. The Ignite comes out from the Camille, and it looks like it might be reps for the Gragas here. The Sejuani is looking really aggressively for this Kassadin. Should definitely not do this without your mid laner, but I guess it's fine. The Gragas TV'd out! Wait! Adam is sick with it. Okay. Sheesh! Looks like they do manage to get away. Alright. And it looks like Valor is just looking for these aggressive trades onto the Pantheon as usual. The Frozen Heart has been completed for the Kassadin, so the matchup is a little more playable, but Valor just has so much damage right now that it's kind of hard to take these trades as the Kassadin here. Herald is dropped bot lane. They might be able to get this tower though, just with like how strong Wukong is at tower trades. The Sejuani ult comes down, but it doesn't really do a whole lot. The super mega death rocket from the Jinx comes out as well. It doesn't really do a whole lot. And Andromeda do manage to pick up the first tower with the Rift Herald that they got, so we really like to see that. Cam has the Caulfield's Warhammer in his inventory. There should be a Black Cleaver rush from him, I think, just to like shred the armor onto the Sejuani. Does good into like the squishier champions as well, so they can start dealing like true damage. Zach is just like getting out traded by this Pantheon forever, I think. Pantheon has the Merc treads as well, so that the the CC from the side of Andromeda doesn't really affect him as much. I would have preferred like a more aggressive boot, like Lucidity actually wouldn't be too bad here. Wukong looking for an angle here on this fight. Gets sussed out on the play, and it looks like they're getting sped up, but there is no tower. They are overextended. The Wukong Cyclone coming out, pairing up with the Zillion Bombs and the double knockup and the double kill for the side of Andromeda. Really well played, utilizing the fact that they took the tower with Herald and just managing to pick themselves up a clean 2-for-0. And then they also have Brio for the Dragon now, so this is just a really good setup for them overall. It is a Cloud Dragon. It has a little less value. Valor flashing in very aggressively, hits the E into the Ignite, and it ticks down. Yeah, well played from Valor. Is there... I guess I'd have to ask Blake this, but is there any way you still rush Roa instead of the Frozen Heart? I don't know. Never played this champion in my life. I imagine Zach knows what he's doing. He got coaching lessons from Blake or something. And it looks like the Camille is still trading decently with the Gragas. The true damage is showing why it's like so strong into these tanks. Ulti coming out from the Sejuani just to like try to zone them out off of this dragon. And it looks like they aren't able to pick it up from the side of Andromeda here. MVP just sent more people. They got the respawns off. Looks like a Merc Treads from the side of Sejuani as well. I also would have preferred a more aggressive boot on them. A lot of tank players, myself included, have come to the conclusion that like defensive boots aren't super useful on tanks, especially if you're taking like these tenacity setups onto like these junglers. Like you have the unflinching, you have the legend tenacity. You shouldn't be taking that. But you should like have enough tenacity where like you can go for like lucidity or the Swifties. Also, good setup from top side. Gragas managing to punish the Camille with the Wukong. I didn't talk about it because I was talking about some tank optimization stuff because I'm a nerd or something. Looks like Zach might be getting caught out here as well. The Karthus and the Jinx here able to do enough damage to just rip him apart. Well played from the side of MVP. And it looks like we might be going to game 3, guys. This is a really close game. Really exciting stuff to see. Valoran does manage to get the tower out here too. Looks like the TP coming out from Andromeda or from MVP just to like keep their tower alive. Herald is coming up. That's probably the next fight location. Okay, and it looks like they're looking to fight here. Camille is sort of arming the wave, and Jackson is just tanking up the 2 carries. The ulti coming out from the Wukong doesn't manage to hit the for the Sejuani here. Cyclone does manage to hit 2 of them, but the Camille just does more damage than the Wukong and the Gragas. And this is what I mean by the lack of damage team comp from the side of Andromeda. Like, Wukong is an AD threat, but it's not that much of an AD threat. Did opt for the Black Cleaver second. God bless your soul, Cam. You're listening to me. Chainsword is not a good rush after your mythic either. And it looks like the side of MVP is looking to grab the Herald as well just to keep snowballing their lanes. They're playing a really good setup. I don't know, this is why I was saying like their draft might be a little favored. Like, you have a lot of engage options from the side of their team, like the Camille, the Sejuani, the Pantheon. Lots of setup here, so I like to see this setup from them. So good on them for a good adaptation, IMO. The Karthus and the Jinx is doing really well, so Jinx has a Wit's End setup in their inventory, I think. It looks like they are able to rip apart the Nami here, and they're looking for the Wukong as well, but you don't even have to be honest. Cam opts for the Tabbies here as well. Makes a decent amount of sense. There's not a whole lot of AP, so I do like this setup from him. So. And it does look like it is a Wit's End setup for the Jinx. I don't think this is bad, like, actually. If you think about it right, like, the only threat to your damage, to you, outside of the Wukong is, like, AP, so, like, this should be fine. Looks like, Valor is getting caught out here. The double Wukong ulti does manage to get a pick. Well played to Cam here to look for proactive plays. Onto the side, overextended side lane. Karthus is 4-1 though. Sejuani ult coming out. They look for the dive here. Sejuani is tanking the tower. You should keep tanking so that your Camille can complete the dive, but it looks like they just back out anyways. Herald is coming down. They might look for a repeat, get engaged. Looks like the Heroic is dashing in. Ulti comes out. He immunes it with the Hextech Ultimatum. Okay, well played from Heroic. And it just manages to pick up the kill. Super well played from them. Looks like they are trying to force these towers down with the Herald. Lana is getting ripped apart by the Sejuani Camille here. They did burn a lot on her though. Looks like Cam is able to pick it up as well from their side, but the Zillion does get caught out here. We'll have to see if the Sejuani can make it out. Flashes over the wall, Qs away, and is out. Lots of back and forth. It looks like he's still going for the Rod of Ages setup on the Kassadin. It's 20 minutes into the game. Are you really waiting for 30-minute power spike? That's crazy to me. But okay, you know what? I respect that. Looks like Jinx has another crit cloak in their inventory, and the Force of Nature is coming out from the Sejuani like we predicted. Valor is looking for these aggressive plays on the Wukong. It puts a lot of damage into the clone though, and the Wukong Cyclone does come out here. Flash hits the E and does manage to pick up the kill though. Second Cyclone coming out, the TP coming out from the Kassadin? No, yeah, from the Kassadin, but the the Karthus is just dead, man. Well played from Cam, a good 2 for 0 for them, so. Looks like the dragon is being started. Zach's looking for a play onto this poor little 80 carry. Combo comes out, but the Jinx is so strong. The ulti comes out, the CC coming out, and then the Sejuani ulti, or the Gragas ulti knocking them back, but the Jinx is still super strong. Just looking to continue the play, but Andromeda just decides to settle for the Ocean Dragon. Good stuff from Cam. He's really snowballing on this Wukong pick. This was another one of his picks that I was advocating for him to learn in the jungle. He used to play it a lot top lane and like mid lane when it was good. But now that it's transitioned into a jungle pick, I've been telling him he should pick it up. It's a good like third carry jungle option IMO. It can be a little more supportive as well because the utility and the double knockup. So I'm glad to see him finally picking it up. And it looks like the Rod of Ages completion for the Kassadin finally. It should come online at 32 minutes, so we'll have to see if the game does go that long. And it looks like the Cleaver completed for the Pantheon. This Pantheon is pretty strong now. And it looks like MVP might play for like a 1-3-1 setup. Put like your Camille and the Pantheon in the side lanes, have your Jinx and Karthus mid with like a Sejuani hover. You can get like TP flanks from the Camille. You can get like ulti flanks from the Pantheon. This is like a very standard-ish setup for like these kinds of lanes that they have set up. And Sejuani can kind of like rotate between all three. Has utility for all three as well, so we like to see it. Looks like Heroic might look for a play here onto the Kassadin. Hook shots over the wall. Sits in the bush a little bit. He has been spotted out by the red side. Wukong looking for an engage onto the two squishy members. The ulti coming out from the Sejuani. Looks like Cam might be picked here. The double Cyclone coming out does manage to let him get away. The Karthus ulti does come out. The Sejuani does kill. And the double kill because of the ulti onto the Kassadin as well. Super high value. Valor ulting in, looking for to continue this fight here. The Sejuani is just running down this Nami trying to get that last auto for the stun. The stun coming out from Heroic, and it looks like they're just going to rip apart the Andromeda bot lane. The Zillion ult does come out here. Oh, and does die to the tower. Unfortunate. But this should be a dragon started up for the side of MVP. It's pretty easy. You have the Sejuani to tank it up. You have a you have a Karthus with the Andres. You have a Jinx on top for the damage. Looks like Adam is going to look for the play here. Let's see if he can buy enough time. Doesn't look like it though. The shred is just too immense from the side of MVP. Please just finish the dragon, Jackson. I promise it is more worth. Or the Baron. And it looks like they do manage to secure themselves the Hero or the Baron Asher. It looks like the Death Dance is coming out from Cam. I do like this kind of setup. It does really well into like the all AD nature of MVP. So we'll have to see how it shakes out for them. But the Karthus does have the Rallies here now as well. A little extra utility onto this support Karthus. Just to like, so in case you want to like open fights on the ulti, like you can apply the slow, your Qs will start applying the slow so it's easier to hit them. I do kind of like the setup. We'll have to see how it works out for them. Looks like the Nami ult's coming out. Looks like Cam has a potential angle here, has been spotted out by the Karthus Q. Sejuani is able to buy enough time. He's getting locked up by the Jinx traps, and he's just ticking down from his own death stance. The ulti coming out does manage to hit the Nami, but doesn't manage to hit the Wukong. And it looks like, oh, and a good W from the side of Will, just to confirm the kill onto Alana. Kev is dying to the Leandres as well. Oh my goodness, and it looks like this could be a game end angle from the side of MVP as well. Kassadin is here, doesn't have his Roa stacked though, is kind of weak and is just getting ripped apart by the Jinx. Should just be an inhib down for them, and I guess the Sejuani pick is really strong here. Well played to Jackson for buying a lot of time for his team. And it looks like they aren't able to end the game. They are able to clear out these like side towers. The Camille is looking for a flank here as well, so we'll have to see how game 3 goes. I think we're going to game 3, guys, by the way. Spoiler alert, I suppose. That's just my prediction. I don't know the actual result. Cam looking for the double knockup here. Will flashes away, but he flashes after as well and does get the shutdown onto the Jinx. Valor's in the backline, but is getting held still by the Gragas. And it looks like it could be another death for side of Andromeda. Buying more time for the Kassadin scaling, which is good for them, so. And the game marches on, baby. Oh my lord, and the Camille is just looking for these hard 1v1s. Just rips apart the Kassadin, and it looks like a dragon is coming out from the side of Andromeda here. Jackson is here to try to steal it, but it looks like they are just going to give this. No one else is in position. I think it's fine for them to give. You could maybe opt for like an ego steal from the Sejuani. You don't have to though. I think it's fine to just give it and just look for these fights. Jinx ult. So wing and a miss. A TP from the Gragas just to stop the Camille from continuing the split. Also, I'm just saying, I'm gonna collab Meta Busters here real quick. Imagine calling yourselves the Meta Busters and another team picks your not meta thing and wins on it. Like, come on, man. That's kind of sad, isn't it? Anyways, I'm not a hater, by the way. Not the #1 hater. Looks like the game is still pretty even, though, from the side of Andromeda. There's still a lot of options for the Wukong to look for engages here. We'll have to see how it shakes out. The Kassadin is still scaling TM. The 20-minute Rod of Ages is definitely a look for sure. 1 and 7 on the Kassadin here. Looks like an ulti coming out. Onto the Will. Cam does manage to pick up the kill. Valor is looking to try to peel, and Cam is just so big, but the Camille is here. Hits the E. Looks like they can pick up the Nami here. Ulti coming out from the Karthus to try to put down a little poke damage, and the Camille is here to rip people apart, but is getting held still by the Gragas and the Wukong here. The Pantheon ult coming down. Sejuani ult coming down, trying to save out this fight. And it looks like the Camille is able to pick one up. The Wukong is looking for the Karthus here, but isn't able to get anything with this Rylai slow. And it looks like this fight is coming out in the side of MVP. They're just able to drag off this fight long enough for the Sejuani to make it. The Camille really strong, so well played. Could be a potential end angle here as well. And just managing to hit the hook shot onto the Zillion, just looking to kill him out. The ulti comes down, but the Pantheon is here. Flash. The E comes back in, but does manage to whiff the hook shot. The Karthus is here, try to clear out these waves so they can continue the push. Looks like they might just go for top tower as well. Looks like Kassadin is just not able to play the game. Does have the tabbies here, so they're just never doing damage TM. They do pick up some towers, and it looks like the next fight over the Baron is probably the line here. Heroic is just so fucking strong, man. Like, well played to him for this series, or for this game, I think. Picked up the slack a little bit on the Camille pick, so. Look, it is a Baron start from the side of MVP. Not everyone's here though, so it's a little preemptive. Cam might be able to grab an angle here, is able to get into this bush, but the Camille knows he's there. No one else is able to follow up. It looks like MVP is starting it up. Valor's looking for a play here. Hits the stun onto the Gragas. The Camille is here to follow it up. The Hextech ultimatum coming out, and the Gragas looks like they're just done. Wukong dives into the backline, but no damage to follow it up. Trying to kill Will, but does manage to die to the Camille. It looks like Will is able to go pretty big here with his Camille to back him up to Karthus. And ulti coming down, just able to pick up Stanley. Zach trying his best to keep them alive, but it looks like this is just a GG angle here. Well played from MVP, bringing it back a little bit. Early game was pretty close, but managing to stay strong. The Camille scaling is super good, so. It's just an ace. Jackson does live here, well played. Looks like the waves are coming in for the Jinx, and the Jinx should be able to close out this game with the Rockets. GG, well played. MVP for this game, definitely heroic. Pulling out the carry performance on the Camille that we expected. And we'll have to see how game 3 shakes out, baby. It looks like it is a blue side. It looks like it is a blue side meta for this game. Andromeda has opted for the blue side. Alright, let me change the assets one more time. Adam, Alana, Cam, Dave, Sally, and Alana. The side of the masked Valoran Pirates, Heroic, Jackson, Valor, Will, and Aya. 1-1. You know what? Also, props to Valoran Pirates. The Karthus support, Metabusters. What are you doing, man? You're getting ratioed by Max Valoran Pirates on your meta picks, bro. Like on your off meta picks. It's kind of veg, dude. What's going on, dog? Bringing up the Jinx win rate, unfortunately. Anyways, lots to talk about. I think Mass Valoran Pirates actually did a really good job of adapting to draft. Hold on, I'm spacing out on this draft. Give me 1 sec to set up the stream first, though. We can talk about that in a second. Open a new window. Okay. Did I switch it right? Hold on. Yeah. Okay, we're good. This is correct. Anyways, I think the draft that Mass Valoran Pirates did was actually really good. I think the Sejuani blind is like fine. Pairing it up with the Jinx and the Pantheon gives you like the insured late game. The Karthus support seems a little off meta, and it is, but I think it's like good here. It's like a solid AP threat. It lets Alana play like a little bit more of a carry style, which they kind of needed. And then it's like you follow it up with the Camille, just has really good Sejuani with the right, the Camille just has really good synergy with the Sejuani. So it's just a great way to wear out at the draft. I think what I talked about, the issues with Andromeda's draft did kind of show in the games. Lack of AD damage kind of hurt them a lot. The bad Kassadin matchup also showed like really hard. Zach going for the Rod of Ages 20 minutes into the game is a little suspect as well. I think for their part, Stanley and Alana played the lane pretty well. We're able to get a couple of decent solo kills onto the Jinx, so well played from them. But yeah, just like a really well played game from MVP as well. So we'll have to see how game three goes. I really gotta use the bathroom. I'll be right back, team. Good. Just stare at, I don't know, the waiting screen. There you go. Good luck. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. We're back. I think we're into draft already as well. Not yet. Okay, cool. Whew. Sorry, I had to get some water. My throat is dying, bro. I did not expect a 3-game banger like this, but it is very exciting to watch as we get into Vans right here and now. Um, Looks like Andromeda on the blue side is maintaining the Jax ban, the Hacker and ban as well. Cam really pulling a lot of bans recently. We love to see it. I will not be surprised if we see a Camille ban as well. Looks like they're still maintaining the Silas ban. I wouldn't also be too surprised if they just choose to play for same bans and then adapt from there. Looks like it's Galio Hecker. Looks like it is a Camille ban instead. I don't remember what they banned last time. I'm not gonna lie, but pretty similar bans to last time. We'll have to see if the Echo still is going to be on the table for Cam. Looks like it's not. Alright, we'll have to see what is the blind pick for the side of blue team, and it looks like it is the Twitch ban. Or the Twitch pick first. Could be ADC, could be support. Could be support. We'll have to see how that shakes out. I wonder if they'll opt for like the Kaisa into the Lux again. You could do Caitlyn Lux. I'd be down for that as well if you wanted to play like a slim lane kind of setup. I think Caitlyn Lux is a little bit better at that, so I'd prefer to see that if that's what you're gonna do. Looks like we're opting back into the Sejuani pick, and it's just Sejuani Jinx, same as last time. We'll have to see if Cam has a better answer into the Wukong with the Wukong this time, or then the Wukong. I don't think the Wukong was the problem there. I think it did its job well. It's just the other issues in draft, like drafting all AP stuff like that, really hampered you more than the uh Wukong pick. I honestly think they should just go back to the Wukong pick. I think he did great into it. Looks like it is a Victor lock in for the side of Andromeda since it did get through. Are you running Victor Twitch bot lane? Please tell me that's not the draft here. Looks like it's a Mordekaiser Twitch Victor. Okay. I guess they're putting a lot of topside, which is fair. They should definitely just drop a top lane counter pick here before Heroic's Champion Bull gets pinched even more. You have a lot of options for the counter. It looks like it is a Darius pickup for the side of the MVPs. Looks like they're going to start banning out other champions. Looks like it's a Zillion ban. I'm not sure about that. We already know Stanley's on the Victor, so you will have to see how that shakes out. Probably should be more jungle bans, honestly. I'd honestly put respect on the Wukong and ban it out if I was them. It looks like we'll have to see blue side's ban. Probably should be like support bans. I think the Amumu Lux is a decent one as well. Looks like the Wukong ban, like I was talking about. Could be an Amumu ban, could be like RL ban. A lot of options for this other ban as well. Jinx has a lot of good partners, IMO. Or like a lot of not bad partners, I'd say. So we'll have to see how it shakes out. I guess we'll have to see Cam's fourth best jungler pick. Udyr is up. I do think that Udyr is kind of bad here just because you have 3 AP already, and if Twitch goes AP, it's kind of fucked. But we'll have to see how it goes. An Anivia pick. Okay. Anivia's not bad. Could be mid, could be support. It does well into like the perspective Udyr pick that I was talking about. You kind of want an AD champion though, so could be a Vi pick from Cam, could be like a Viego. Looks like it's a Vi pick. I'm a fucking Ferrofit. Cam, stay out of my brain, bro. Also, if you build Chainsword on Vi, I will maul to Kingdom Come. Do not build Chainsword on Vi here. It is so dog shit, man. Like, please, I'm begging you. Looks like an Ashe pairing as well, so it could be a Twitch Ashe bot lane. Ashe does play like you can play like a long range engage setup with her with the ulti as well. And it looks like a Swain pickup as well. It's all right into like the Mordecai 05. I think MVP has a really solid draft here though. A lot of pick options. You can play like these. Anivia can buy so much space for you into the Vi, into like the Mordekaiser, but like Twitch and Ashe can't outrange it in theory. This is like a hard draft to analyze, I think. Uh, I don't know who's favorite, honestly. The Darius Mordekaiser matchup, one of them is favorite. I don't know who. I think Vi does pretty well into the Sejuani. It does decent into the Anivia because you can like Q over the wall if they don't time the wall correctly. You can ulti on top of them as they're ulting. It's like pretty solid. Uh, I think Twitch and Ashe bot lane should be fine. You can play like long range into like the Jinx. Also be a Swain support. I think it does well into that. You can play W poke of Ashe and just like stay out of ranges forever. So we'll have to see how it goes. All right, and let me switch the capture really quick. I'm gonna mute while we wait for the game to start, and I'm gonna eat for a little bit. I need to drink some water as well. This has been a long ass cast. I did not expect the ultra banger 3 game series. It's been super hyped so far, though. I will say I'm very excited to see how this draft shakes out. I think MVP has like a little bit easier time of execution. You have to play really well on like the Ashe and the Vi, looking for these picks together. Uh, and like Mordekaiser has to not ultra lose into the Darius, in my opinion. So we'll just have to see. It's like a lack of CC on the side of Andromeda could kind of fuck them here in the long run, so we'll have to see. Alright, I'm gonna eat. I'll be right back. Alright, and as we get into the final game of the day, banger game 3 TM, we'll have to see what's Karakalackin in this game. Talk about some of the runes and stuff. I am pretty excited for what these teams whip out. It looked like a Twitch support from what I saw because Adam was played cute in the support role, so. Well, we're already into game, jeez. Looks like it's a Conqueror setup from Cam here. Pretty standard stuff for Vi. Scoreboard. Objective timers and time controls. Looks like an invade coming out from the side of MVP. They have a lot of setup for it. The Anivia stun, the Swain W or Swain E, the Darius hook, like a lot of options here. No one on Andromeda has spotted it out. So if they choose to sit in this bush, this could be kind of disastrous for the side of Andromeda. They are gonna sit, okay. Cam's crossing over. They don't know. Wait, they don't know. Hold up. Oh, they just give up on it. Okay. So they don't commit to the cheese. It would have worked, I'm pretty sure. I see Cam is starting bot side though. Looks like it is Stanley mid. It's an Ashe 80 carry, and it looks like a Twitch support, so. Cam also using the least based Vi skin in Officer Vi. Yeah, we'll leave it at that, TM. Smite could have gotten stolen by the Twitch poison. Good thing I didn't. Jackson back onto the Sejuani here. Have to see how it goes. Aya on the Swain as I predicted. Looks like it is a Anivia mid. Anivia mid is pretty good. Look at the trading done by the Twitch here. Just so much damage with the Halo Blades. Poison ticking away, so. Looks like Heroic is looking for these aggressive trades into the Mordekaiser. So looks like they did ding the level 2 first in the bot lane. Does hit the hook into the trap, has to burn the flash, the exhaust coming out from the Ashe just to try to save the Twitch. Does manage to get out. Bot lane sums do favor MAP here. Cam is looking for a play here, but the ward did spot him out, so could be kind of dangerous. Alana is taking pretty low by this trade, but the D shield should be able to help mitigate that a little bit. And it looks like, oh jeez, sorry, my bad. And it looks like the Sejuani is just opting for the 4 or the 5 clear. Might even be able to greed for the 6 clear because Cam also did not do a full clear. Looks like oh my gosh, the Twitch damage coming in super strong with the Ashe, and it looks like it might be a 2v kill, 2 for 2 bot lane. Oh, it lives on 1. The Twitch poison? Nah, the potion taking away does manage to mitigate it. Looks like Heroic is looking for an aggressive trade. The flash hook to cancel the pull or the Q out. And it looks like Cam might be dead here. The ghost is burned and the flash is burned for the vibe, but does manage to get out. Alana is looking for this for some reason. Has to burn the flash as well. Looks like Jackson is just able to pick up the crab, so not bad from the side of MVP. Andromeda with the kill, but they're definitely playing this top side of the map super well, pairing up with the Darius decently, so looks for the play onto the Victor here. The gravity field does drop and he just queues out or walks out of it, so should be an easy double crab for Jackson here. This Cam has to just pick up the top side of his camps. You should look for these bot side rotations. Twitch is looking for a flank here. Could have it. Oh, definitely has it. Valor doesn't know. The Halo Blade's coming out. The egg should be procced here. Oh, flashes away. And the egg is procced here. Could have expunged a little sooner, I think, just to like burn the Agnivia earlier. Jackson could look here. W coming out, but Cam is here as well. Gets the stun down, and then the W comes out from the Swain. The stun coming out from the Agnivia does miss, and the wall does not cage them out in time. Does manage to get away as the Twitch. So overall, even trade so far. Looks like Ashe is opting for like the Miramana, the like poke centric build, which is fine. Looks like the Sejuani is starting up the dragon though. Should be pretty free. You have a lot of bot lane prio. Oh my lord, that Slane just took a lot of damage from the Twitch poison, so could be a little risky, but should just take this dragon in base. Oh wait, wait. Oh, the steal! Oh, but Cam misses the smite. Oh, and the Jinx does manage to pick up a kill, but traded 1 for 2 on the side of Andromeda, and the dragon goes over to MVP. Looks like Heroic is trading super aggressive onto this Mordekaiser and does manage to pick up the kill. Just letting Alana hook him in and then just chaining his hook as well just to get like the ultra gap close of the sentry. It does manage to pick up the solo kill. MVP off to a good start so far. It looks like the Twitch is looking for another play here. Valor does burn the stun. The gravity field coming out. The stun does come out, and it looks like it should just be a kill for the Twitch. Well played. Looks like Adam is going to try to snowball with this Twitch support setup that we've been talking about. This fake is good, according to Alas, so. Looks like Darius is opting for Caulfields and boots. And a longsword. Could build into a lot of different items here. Twitch looking to roam back into his own lane here. Isn't spotted by the control ward. They are playing pretty respectful of it. The poison is dropped. It looks like the... Oh my gosh, that damage is so illegal. Gets the 5 stack. The poison is ticking down, and the Twitch is just so fucking strong at this point with the blasting wand. Not the frog emo, bro. Looking for it again. Okay, the ulti coming out from the Ashe into the... Oh, it's just wraps for here, from here. The Twitch is just so strong. Good ulti from the Ashe. Looks like Twitch is freaking snowballing TM. We'll have to see if the Twitch can just take his team to the finish line here. Has the Nash's Tooth already. Jesus, this Twitch is so strong. Looks like the Sejuani is rotating for the Herald here. Could do it with the Darius so strong. Twitch is looking for another rotate play. And it looks like Sejuani is starting the Herald. But the Twitch is there. The Anivia is caught here. Gets hit by all the Twitch or the Anivia CC and is taken down super low. The Sejuani has no HP. Has to burn the flash to get out and just dies to the Twitch poison. Oh my lord! And this should be a Herald over to Andromeda. Well played from the Twitch. Twitch is just so strong right now. It's crazy. 6-1. Heroic is just cheesing Alana here. Could actually net him a kill as well. Has the ulti and just doesn't even have to use it though. That's insane. They do burn the Herald down. Looks like Twitch is here. The Viol's coming out into the gravity field and it's just traps for Heroic here. Well played from the side of Andromeda here. Really utilizing this Twitch support pick to try to roam across the map. Looks like it could be a Herald drop top as well. Zach is like juking the shit out of this bot lane. But it might not be enough. Gets a decent trade though. Oh, but gets hit by the Jinx. Oh, Rocket, well played to Will and Aya here. Looks like a Bramble restaurant for the Mordekaiser. Darius looks like to be rushing the Black Cleaver first. Looks like Cam is giving his blue buff over to the mid laner so they can actually match the Anivia shove. I like to see that adaptation from them. Otherwise, Victor will permanently be under a tower, unable to clear versus the Anivia, so. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. I'm a little tired, I think, but it's fine. Looks like a Manamune rush. The Swifty boots from the Jinx, or from the Ashe. I don't think this is super bad, honestly. Like, lets you get away from, like, Sejuani ult if it doesn't hit you. Like, the Jinx, Swain W. Oh my gosh, that damage from the Twitch is so illegal. He's so strong. Has the Herald as well, so could just drop a bot lane here. Cam is here to hover the bot lane as Jackson is looking for this play as well. Twitch is playing pretty aggressive. Cam's here looking for the Q onto the Sejuani, just makes them burn it over the wall so they can't get comboed by the Vi. Victor is pathing down as well. The Herald is dropped. This could be a dive angle, but it's a little risky into the Sejuani ulti and the Swain ulti. Victor's coming down. The Herald charge drops. Looks like they're just going to take the Sejuani. The ulti comes out from the Sedge, but well played juggling the aggro like that. There, Rocket comes down, doesn't get anything. Swain slow comes down. There could be an angle. The flash hook into the stun from the Anivia, and Stanley has to burn flash as well. Anivia egg is still up though. Both sides are pretty low. Might look for a drag. Oh, the ulti snipe from Cam or from Zach. Okay, sheesh. Okay, managing to get the Anivia here. Looks like it should just be a dead bird. That is not the biggest bird, TM. Looks like Jinx does get hit, or the Ashe does get hit by the traps. Cam's looking for the play here. Will does get a kill. Cam ultis in, does manage to pick up the Jinx, but the Sejuani is here to clean it up as well. The Black Cleaver purchase coming out from Cam. God bless your soul. You're not building Chainsword anymore. Love that from him. Looks like the Anivia is opting for the Leandries instead of the Roa Seraph setup. I personally am a bigger fan of the Roa Seraph setup. It's like makes you a tank. It's kind of illegal on like an AP mage that still does damage. But and you're not even like the sole AP threat, so I would have preferred like the Roa setup from Valor, but it is what it is. And Andromeda starting off the game pretty strong. Credit to MVP though, they did have a couple good plays, but I think the Twitch has just put in way too much work for the side of Andromeda. And it looks like the Darius is just ripping apart this Mordekaiser, as he should. Looks like Cam is trying to solo this dragon. Vi is a really good champion at soloing these dragons, but like the ball in is also getting engaged on. The Twitch doing so much damage. The Sejuani is looking for this. Swain does bird the stopwatch, and Valor does have a collapse here. Cam might look back over the wall, but the dragon does go over to the side of MVP. Oh, Zach stepping up super far, has the flash, has to burn it. Good look for an engage from Cam. Hits Will and is able to kill them, but the Nivea ulti does manage to get 1-for-1 on the jungler. Close game so far. Stanley is also really strong, so they do have like the late game insurance of the Victor. Also online a bit. The Twitch is like pretty strong as well, so. It looks like the tower is just getting taken by bot lane here. They have so much damage on it. Zach almost died to the rocket combo and the W, but does manage to juke out of it in time. So, looks like Stanley is just gonna take this ultra aggressive trade. The ulti to cancel the Chaos Storm to cancel the what's the ability called, the Glacial Storm. Really good from Stanley here. Cam has the ulti here, might look for a bot lane play. It's pretty easy. You click the R onto the Jinx and they can't do anything. Powder from Arcane Moment. Ulti coming out onto the Swain. Hits the flash Q from Cam. The ulti coming out to chain the CC onto the to the Jinx, and it's just wraps from them. Well played from Cam. Good arrow from Zach as well, just facilitating his team super well here. And it looks like Botlane should be able to just knock down this tower. Andromeda doing a decent job of like getting a lot of kills for themselves. Looks like Sejuani is starting up the Rift Herald though. Should be decent for getting the Darius to snowball. Darius also opts for the Black Cleaver first because they know Alana's building tank. I kind of like this from them. Looking for like a Stride Breaker second probably. Really good so far. Valor's looking to optimize the Leandries here, which is good into like the Vi. Might help you versus the Victor, I'm not entirely sure. It looks like Cam's entire top side is being taken by MVP though. Let's just see how it goes. Okay, I was looking for Valor here. But the Swain is here as well. Ulti coming out from Valor. Aya's here, hits the root onto Zach. The Anivia stun, the Sejuani stun. The ulti coming out from Ashe, but they're kind of dead. Victor does so much damage here though, but the flash pull from the Swain here, and they're trying to burst out the Swain with the Demonic Ascension on, but they've managed to kite him out. The healing from the Radiant Virtue on the Sejuani is immense, but Cam ultis in, doesn't manage to confirm the kill though. And it is a 1-for-1 exchange, the Ashe for the support, which is probably more favored for the side of MVP. Ashe is opting for the Imperial Mandate setup though. Jinx Rocket from downtown, well played from Will, just to snipe out Cam here, well played. Adam has been quite a standout from in this series. Played pretty well in game 1 on the Twitch support once again. Didn't do as well game 2 into Heroic. They tried to do like the weak side stuff that Alana was good at, but they just didn't have enough firepower in the bot lane to kind of mitigate, in my opinion. So, I don't know. I think Heroic just managed to carry game 2, so I think props to him for that. Stanley is so strong though, 3-0-4 on the Victor. Could be another Victor carry game from the old Stan man, you know? Looks like Heroic is just gonna knock down this tower. Cam is here as well. Alana is trying to clear out this wave super quick. And Heroic just ghosted out. Well played, knowing that he can't do the dive. Cam is starting to build toward this Radiant Virtue. It's a common pro play setup. But Stanley might be engaged on here. Looks like the stun into this the Q into the ulti combo from the Sejuani and the Anivia just managing to clear him out. Well played from MVP. Valor standing in the Chaos Storm a little bit, gets a little chunked, but Cam's looking for a Q here. Misses onto the Sedge, gets hit by the Anivia stun. Ulti coming out to try to finish, gets the egg off. Dies to the Jinx though in the backline, and it looks like MVP is slowly picking up a little steam here. And it looks like Alana is getting killed as well. Alright. Well, the Twitch is really strong though. Oh, Zach might be killed by the Darius here. The exhaust coming out, flash coming out. Hits the W. Kiting a little bit. Okay. Holding him at bay, and it looks like it could be a quick soul from the side of MVP as well. Darius has a Stride Breaker as well, should be able to stick on top of these melee champions. If he gets the Stride Breaker proc onto like the range champions as well, they're probably fucked. Like, it's so easy for him to stick onto these champions now. Alright. Game is pretty dead even right now. A lot of back and forth. Could be anyone's game so far still. I will say it is a little spooky to see MVP on the Soul for the side of Andromeda. Looks like Heroic is just running down this Mordekaiser. Oh my lord. Juke's out of the queue. Could have probably just stood in it and still won the trade. Has the autos and just rips them apart. Well played from Heroic. Is really snowballing his lead with the Darius as well. Okay, and Adam is looking for a play here. Juke's out of the stun from the Anivia. Looking for the play. The arrow coming down onto the Swain. Does manage to pick up one here. Twitch is still bot lane. It looks like Jinx is still ripping them apart, but the Chaos Storm is doing so much work, and Jackson just isn't able to stay alive from the Victor. Victor is like scaling super hard, almost has enough for the Shadow Flame as well. Adam looks like they're winning the trade bot lane despite being 2 levels down. This is the power of Twitch support. Doesn't manage to get it, and fucking Valor picks up the 1 again. Well played. Managing to juke out of the slow field, and Adam holding on to Ignite, I guess. Probably could have gotten a 1-for-1. But Stanley comes back and flash ease him! The laser from downtown! Well played. Gets 1,000 gold onto, or gets like a fat shutdown onto the Victor as well. That's super good. Definitely is super strong right now. Ulti coming out from the Jinx doesn't really do a whole lot. It looks like the Darius is just running into their base. Stanley is here as well, looking to fight the Darius. Should be a death here. Double hook onto the Victor as well. Stanley drops the gravity field. The ulti coming out from the Darius, but not enough to kill our King Stan the Man on the Victor. This is why his Victor never gets through, by the way, team. Looks like he is opting for the Shadow Flame into the Death Gap. This super hard to high AP item spike is super good for him. He has a lot of money, he can afford this. He should be like ripping apart the carries on the side of MVP. Not a lot of MR has been completed. Looks like they are going for the Force of Nature on the Darius and the Sejuani as well. Probably should be a Void Staff 4th item for the Stanley, but he's already snowballing, so I think it's fine for them to build the Death Cap first. Jackson might be caught here. Q's over the wall to get away though. Well played from him. Secures the crab as well, so. Alright. I need to drink some water. I've been talking nonstop. Valor looking for a play onto Zac here. The stun coming out, but he does manage to juke it out with the Swifty boots. Valor is getting slowed. Flashes the arrow. Camp's charging the Q. Could look for an engage here. Chooses not to go in. Victor's here as well, though. There is an option to try for the play here. Could be a 5. It looks like a 5v5 pairing off in the mid lane. Darius is here as well. The Mordekaiser is here as well. Looks like a bit of the NA ARAM special, baby. Adam's looking for it. Darius. Oh, but Cam flashes in, tries to hit Valor. Doesn't quite hit the Q. Valor hits the stun in the back. The ulti comes out, and Cam just gets caught here. Not really able to do much. Probably should have taken the out once the Ash arrow missed. Looks like Aya is just fishing for these stuns here, though. Darius ghosting in, doesn't really get much though. The Chaos Storm coming in. Jackson flash queuing in, doesn't really get a whole lot. The Chaos Storm does manage to get them pretty low. Have to see if they can win this fight without the Swain. Looks like Jackson is looking for an aggressive invade on the Raptors. And it looks like nothing really happens. Cam just gets picked and nothing really happens off of it. Dragon's coming up in like a minute, right? Like a 30 seconds. So probably another fight over that. Sulfur, the side of MVP. Honestly, if I was Andromeda, I'd set up the Baron instead of contesting the Soul. You just want, you have a pretty fast Baron with like the way your champions work. But they instead opt to try to fight 5v5 versus MVP instead of choosing out this Baron. Good double hook from Aya, the stun coming out, and Alana is picked. Arrow whisks onto the Darius, and he just flash Stridebreakers in, and it looks like Andromeda is going to fall here. Should just be a Dragon Soul here. Zac looking for the play here, just peppering them with W's, but it's not really doing much. Stanley is looking for the play here, but I just don't think it's doable. Darius is just too strong. Walks in, tries to steal with the laser, does get hit by everything and dies. Should just be a Baron setup for the side of MVP. Yep, they're just passing straight for the Baron. We love to see it. Good setup from them. They have the Soul, they have the Baron. Should be a decently easy closeout from them. Astro does hit, but it doesn't really accomplish much, and it's just a free Baron for them. And it looks like, and if Andromeda wins this or loses this, it'll be like every team is 1-for-1 except for the New York Nutbusters and Meta Busters, who are 0-2, I believe. Oh my gosh, the Darius is here, manages to spot the Twitch out on a random invade, and it's like, what can you do, really? Darius is just so strong. A hook on Aya onto the Victor. Victor drops the Gas Storm. The Darius is here though, hits the hook. Oh, but the Ash Arrow from downtown does manage to peel him off. Ulti coming out. Oh, whiffs. Close though. Jinx does have the IE second, is looking for the Zeal. Silence, wench, true. I am #1 Meta Busters hater, I guess. That's my brand this season. Silly still hasn't managed to pick up the Rabadons. Kind of hurting him a little bit. Cam's looking here. Jackson prevents the engage really well. Ulti coming out from the Vi. And the Q to interrupt the ulti, but the Nivea is just kind of dead here. Or the Victor is kind of dead here. They just don't have the damage to follow up onto the Sejuani. Or the Sejuani is just able to buy so much space for the Nivea. They just lose out on the fight. Well played from Valor and Jackson here. I guess Dean was right. I guess when you figure out Cam's jungle champion pool, it does make it a little easier to draft versus them. I don't think anyone got it right though. Okay. Looks like the ulti is coming out from the Ashe. I don't know if there's much they can really do at this point. Has the Rav Hydra set up potentially. Looks like they're just still looking for these fights. Cam is like 3 levels down on the enemy jungler. It's really unfortunate here. I guess we saw like a completely different style from like junglers this week though. The low econ junglers finally winning out again versus like the high econ stuff. The stun comes out from the Anivia. Flash over the wall. Sejuani ulti's over. Does manage to hit Cam, but doesn't really get a whole lot out of it. We do a little A-ramming to him. Can't believe I'm getting quote retweeted right now, man. Anyways, MVP looking to just try to close out this game with their Darius lead. Darius is opting for the Sterex as well. Alright, Stanley does finish the death cap, so he is like super strong. Maybe it's still doable for them. Cam's like a little weak though. The Darius is here looking to rip apart this Vi and just dunks on her, instantly killing her. Well played. Good push play from them. And it looks like they're just going to take their 4v5 and try to run with it. The Darius is here. Flash hook into the double hook. And the Stride Breaker breaking the shield, and it looks like they're just going to run him down with the Darius and the Sejuani. Jinx ulti from downtown. Just the hook into death. Oh my goodness. And it looks like this should be GG for the side of MVP. Will boosting his Jinx win rate a little bit. It looks like that should be game for the side of MVP. Super well played from them. I like the draft adaptation though. Putting Jackson onto these like low econ tank junglers while letting your side laners carry the game. Super well played. Good stuff from Valor and Heroic especially. Really pulling out the carry performances in the 2 games that they won. Uh, it looks like a win from MVP, tying up the standings except for Meta Busters and New York Nutbusters. Well played. Insane game. Sure. I'm gonna grab Valor for the interview. I think Heroic definitely did a lot better. No offense, Valor, but I think he. I got a DM from Valor at Heroic's not feeling it. He's really tired. So, great series, bro. Valor, get in here. I don't have admin power, so you have to join. Insane series. Wow. What a series of League of Legends. Oh, what an insane series. Really well played. I think Andromeda definitely had some teeth in that last game as well.
Talking to me.
Hello, Valor. Good series so far. I think you played super well in the last 2 games. What was your thought process going into the game 2 and 3 draft from you guys?
We know we needed a change.
Yeah.
We kind of were sloppy on our first draft. I think
Mhm.
maybe we haven't studied out every player on their team to really
Okay.
know where they were going with it. I think we made a lot of mistakes in the draft. Even in the last game, I'm pretty sure. I mean, in second part draft, I made the call to ban Zillion, and I was like, "Why am I banning Zillion when Victor's locked in? We know that
Yeah.
Zillion's not getting played here."
I brought that up too.
Uh,
Okay.
but we made a lot of just like small mistakes on not like taking the time to really make sure we understood what we wanted to do and what they were going to do.
Okay. I
So,
like
but we
that.
did. We felt like we adapted and we started learning where our strengths were, especially
Yeah.
after seeing how we played second game. We knew
Uh-huh.
kind of what our aim was for third game.
Yeah. Was Jackson the one that brought up the Sejuani early pick? Was that his idea or?
Yes, that was actually completely his idea to go blind with the Sejuani. We were
Okay.
trying to figure out where we were going to go for a first pick if we didn't get the Twitch pick, because Will, of course, is known for his Twitch.
Yep.
And so we were like, okay, but we didn't get the Twitch pick. Our idea maybe was to take Victor, because we knew Victor was always the option they might go for, so take that away. But I didn't want to really go blind into it, knowing that they have an assassin player on their team.
Okay.
Uh, So, yeah, the Sejuani was Jackson's call completely.
Okay,
It
I
was a
really
good
liked
call.
it because it did. Jackson's sort of like your low econ player. Like you can put him on like the weaker stuff that doesn't require a lot of setup. He can set up for your lanes. Uh, when you saw the Cassidy pick, was your first thought the Pantheon like immediately? Like you wanted to just hard slam the Pantheon into him?
Actually, no. My first thought was Fiora.
Oh, the Fiora mid. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I actually was because I mean I don't know if everybody remembers last season when I played the
Yeah,
Fiora
yeah.
mid. But I have laned with Fiora many times against Cassidy, and I
Uh-huh.
actually think it's a lot stronger.
Uh-huh.
And I'm actually not that much of a Pantheon player,
Okay.
but Pantheon made more sense for our team if we were going to go that route.
Yeah.
Putting something like the Cassidy on their team, I have to be able to try and match tempo when he roams.
Yeah.
So, just it seemed like Pantheon was the best AD call to follow through with
Yeah,
that.
good synergy with the Sejuani as well with like the double stun and whatnot. Talked a little
Mhm.
bit about it on stream. Is there any other thoughts you wanted to put into the game? Like, I think you guys played super well in the follow-up game, so.
Yeah, for me at least, I was very impressed. I don't know where everybody has their thought process on each team for the season and where they're going to place and how they're going to do,
Uh-huh.
but I can't even give you who's
definitive-
first, second, third, or anything. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think every team has a lot of strong players and a lot of
Uh-huh.
like ideas of how they're going to play. And so far, I've noticed that everyone's playing to their own play style, and it's actually really nice to see because they're taking wins home on things that the other teams wouldn't do as well.
Yeah.
And that's kind of nice to see. So my biggest take from it all is just that I guess you can't go in like trying to think you know what you're going to do is going to win.
Yeah.
And really, the my biggest takeaway from this is even though we didn't know the draft, the best thing about best of threes is the adaptation that I think we're really good at.
Yeah.
So we're just going to try and keep that strong mental. And
Yeah, I
Here's
really
the
like
group.
that all 6 teams have like their own unique flavor. A lot of different playstyles coming out. We saw like some teams with like the carry style junglers. I think you guys are pulling off like the more low econ side of the jungle meta right now. Did
Hmm.
you have any closing thoughts for any teams that you want to face in the future?
I'm just honestly the number one team I'm excited to face is Metabusters.
Okay, okay.
Ever since Silicats kind of went our separate ways and
Uh-huh.
like knew we were going to have to go into different teams,
Uh-huh.
the one thing that we've always agreed on is Silico will be going mid against me in our
Okay.
Metabusters
Yeah,
matchup,
yeah. I'm
and
hyped for
that's
that.
all. That's all I want.
All right, I'm super hyped. It's a great game, good series from you guys. I'll let you get your rest. It was a long, stressful series. I'm sure it took a lot out of you guys. So a lot of
Thank you
fun.
again.
No problem. All right. I think I'm just gonna cut the stream here though. It was fun, guys. Good times. Thanks for stopping by in the stream. We'll catch you next time when it's probably going to be what game is played next? I don't even know. We'll figure that out later. Who cares? All right. I'll catch y'all later.